What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to every other Wednesday night here on the Three Star Draw channel and the Crusty Old Crow channel. And it is I Down South 77 Three Star Draw. And with me always is Music First.
Yeah, that works. Go Crow.
What is going on, buddy? Long time no see.
Yeah, feels like forever ago. No, just been, honestly, straight up catching up on a lot of sleep. How about you?
Not as much as I would have liked, although I did get some pretty decent sleep Monday night after we got back. I stayed up and I was gonna try to get some stuff done, start working on the video, wanted to open some stuff up. I was like, I can't keep my eyes open, and this is the only chance I'm gonna get to make any sleep up. So I crashed and I actually did get pretty decent amount of sleep. So I guess I'm caught up. Got the normal amount last night. So
Nice.
um I saw Matthew had put this in the chat, and I actually made a banner just for you guys. Happy
Thank you.
Canada Day.
Oh,
So
thanks there, buddy. That's real cool of you.
tell us all about Canada Day.
Oh, it's winter's time. We come out of our holes and we stare at the sun. I don't know. It's been raining all day, man. People have been setting off fireworks whenever the rain stops for a little bit. Just sounds like Kuwait in between rainstorms. So
Damn. So Saturday for us here is 4th of July, and it rains. It rains every damn 4th of July here. And it might not rain for a long time, but it is at least like hit or miss enough rain to screw up plans,
yeah, for sure. This lighting's killing
I
me.
mean,
I'm gonna change that.
all right. And so I think we here have on Saturday have like a 60% chance of rain or something. So, yeah, I don't have any plans. I'm just kidding. I have a lot of video to try and record.
Right? Yeah, for some reason we've come back with projects, right?
Yeah, suddenly have a lot on my plate. Whereas before I had nothing. Matthew saying Canada is 159 years old.
I can verify that on Google, but it sounds about right. We're old, but
You weren't there, were you?
no, I just missed it by like a few decades at best. Few
Uh-huh.
decades off my head. Yeah.
Shit. Um, all right, let's go ahead and say hi to the chat. We're gonna do that a little early, and then we'll get
Please.
into some other stuff. That way I don't get too far behind. We got 26 people watching right now between the two channels, so hit that like if you don't mind. And if you are checking this out on the replay, go ahead and do that now. Save you some time later.
Yeah.
Stanley Everhart Jr. the third is in here way early saying, is it an in-laws family function, then dinner? Jump in the chat when he can. Talked with him a little earlier through via text. I know he was going to be doing that tonight.
Okay, you got home.
Yep, he got home nice and safe, as did this guy here, Lucky Wartooth. And there's Dave, Daredevil Dave. Glad you made it home safe. Let's talk adventure. We're going to.
Yeah.
We're
Dave's just happy there's something to replace the Gatorade electrolyte story. Finally, I had a worse Joefest than he did for a second.
finally something that
Yeah.
might top the Gatorade story.
2 years later.
Yeah. SCS Dogs here saying aloha. All got to meet him this weekend and hang out quite a bit with
Absolutely.
him. Cool cat, man. I enjoy
Yeah.
hanging out with him.
Quiet and reserved, but present and funny, man.
He was. I could feel him sitting back, going, "What have I gotten myself into?" So just like I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
But he didn't, man. He hung in there all night.
I think he lasted longer than I did.
He did.
Yeah.
Got Kyle Jackson checking in saying, "What's up, fellas? Hope y'all had a great time at Joefest."
Missed you there, buddy. Wish you could have made it. Understand why you couldn't. It's all good.
Got Sean Jones is here. What's going on, Sean? And what's up, y'all? Let's see. Let it roll. 9044. Actually, not sleeping. There's not much sleep there at Joefest.
Yeah.
What's up, Starfighter? The 3-star
Hey, good
Crow
to see
show
you.
is on. Tis. And Sean saying happy Canada Day from Vancouver Island. Nice.
Good to see you, brother.
Then we got this guy right here, man. We got some stories.
Oh,
This guy right here. Steve Martin.
everything I had hoped for and more is Steve
Uh,
Martin. Meeting him, man.
the appearance threw me off. The personality did not. It was
I
like very, very
I will
cool
tell
dude.
you, just especially as a Canadian man, you can't read that Virginian accent.
No,
No,
he's got
there's no
a
way.
blend of a few thrown in there. So
Oh yeah,
um,
it doesn't translate into text. You don't know about it until you're hearing it, and it is just the best voice I've heard with the funniest stuff coming out of it.
it's funny. After a few drinks there for a while, I said this to somebody. It might have been you, might have been Pop. I don't remember, but I said after a few drinks, when I'm talking to Steve, it kind of feels like in Austin Powers where he's talking to his dad, and his dad says, "If we're going to talk English in front of the Americans, we've got to talk English," and they start talking, and it's like
Yeah,
you think you know what they're saying. It's like what? Oh man,
yeah.
it was fun. I had a
And
good
we got
time
to
hanging out
meet
with
his
Steve.
wife and daughter too, which were
Yep,
equally cool. It was just the whole
uh,
family affair right there.
yep. Got to hang out with both of them. They were a lot of fun. They were
They
very
were
cool. So
great
his
sense of humor.
wife and I
Yeah.
have some matching jewelry.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Uh, Joe Hunter 73 is here. Got to meet him this weekend. I meet him again. What's going on,
Yeah.
man?
That was
Good.
at the airport as well, Joe Hunter, right?
Oh, you saw him
We
at
were
the
flying
airport too?
on. Yeah, we had flights together. I think that was me and Joe Hunter. He was just on his Great Canadian, or yeah, on another podcast just now with Casey and them, and yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, let's see. Derek Holland was here. What's going on, Derek? How you doing? And then we got Eric, Derek, and Eric. What's going on,
Cooking with
everybody?
Eric. Yeah.
Good to see you, Eric Thurman. Let's see. We got Cypher 63 is in the house saying good evening, all. What's up? Let's see. There's Action Figs. Got to see that guy this weekend. What's up, you studs? What's up, Ed?
Going on, Ed.
Oh, damn. I knew there was something I meant to grab and bring in here.
Oh
I
yeah,
couldn't find it,
this is
so
one
talk about
one of my
fights
new
when we get
favorite movie props in the background, kind of thing. This is awesome. But here, give me full screen. We'll flash it to them really quick here. This is from Action Figs. Go check out his Instagram on the back. But we were the happy recipients of A's Heartbreaker series. You're gonna have to go over to his website and check it out. His Instagram, and check out his stuff. But this is like my favorite shelf prop right now to stand Figs in front of.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Get over there on the interwebs and check out Action Fix. Good to see you, man, as always. Oh, let's see. All right, we got Brandon R's here. What's going on, Brandon? Ultra Mensch is here. What's happening, dude? I'm trying to get caught up on these comments.
That's
Sean
okay. We'll get
saying
there.
any good pickups? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about them.
Some, not the ones you would think at a Joe Fest.
Yeah, yeah. No, actually, the ones you would think, Joefest. 19 JJ is here. What's up, dude?
Hey, good to have you here. He's covering both angles of the border. We're good.
That's what I like to hear. Sabir Del Norte's in the house. What's going on, Sabir, man? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hope you got a good one in, bud.
Yes, sir. There's Plastic Fantastic. What's up, my man?
Yeah,
Good to see
awesome.
you. Great hanging with you
Good time.
fellas this weekend. Great hanging
Oh
with
yeah,
you,
man.
Debo.
Feel like you hung out with everybody possible this week. It's just like that kind of
Yeah.
momentum. Even 3 minutes is considered hanging out because you're just like
There's so much there's so many people, so much you want to try to see everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, he was
Some people
everywhere.
are only there for one day, like my thon was. I think
Duper.
Zakane joined late too. Not
Um,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Turk Murphy, who's now Turkish Murphy, is here. What's up, man? Let's see. We got Shark Eyes Toy View. Sharky has entered the chat. You lucky bastards. What's going
Dang
on, man?
right. Can't
Had a
get luckier than that.
little fun with him on, was it Friday night, I think. Oh, well, I'll talk about that later. There is G.I. Jetman, who had probably the single worst travel experience than you did, and it's not my place to talk about it. I'm sure Jetman is going to be on
Yeah.
where he can talk about it if he wants to, but I am glad you are home, Jetman. You had an ordeal, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. So saying a 3-star crow in chat. Happy I got to meet you guys and everybody at Joefest. Yeah, man, it was good. Good to
Yeah,
see
dude. It's awesome to see you. The time we spent with you is like friggin' it was great having you in there. And I hope you enjoy some of the shots that you see online now that you're home and settled. You'll see them.
you. Yep, absolutely. Got Lone Dragon saying, I reckon these two fellers look kindly familiar. Got to see Lone Dragon, and thanks to Daredevil
Yeah.
Dave, I stole some of his toys.
I got to hang with Lone Dragon on a road trip with me, him, and Mason going over to the Woody Crew house.
Oh yeah, good times over there. I bet.
Yeah, it was a much needed relief to hang out with those guys for 45 minutes. I know the time because you were waiting on us to come back.
I was.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bobby Wald is here. What's going on, Bobby? Good to see you, my man.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby. Good to see you, buddy.
E Worthy's here. What's going on, dude? Let's see. There's Chad Forrest here. A little late, but what up, gang? We hadn't gotten into it yet. You just on time.
Yeah, you're on time for chat roll call. You made it.
That's right. That's why I started early.
Check off his name. He's here. Okay, who else?
Sure. hey, Ron. That wasn't the right one. That wasn't the right one to start with, probably.
Yeah.
Mr. Garvey. 610 Yojo Daddy Mason's in the house. What's going on?
Right on.
Good to hang out with him.
Another great dude with a good accent. And man, do you ever have to look up to talk to him? I die.
Yeah, watching him and Punk interact was interesting.
Yeah, he's not really 6'10". He's 5'22".
Yeah, he's 5'6". Yo, Transformer Mama, I think was what he told Pop Blender. So, Callister's here. Cal Shaves, what's going on, man? Saying, hey guys. The U.S. Combat Dojo saying, hey guys, what's up?
Oh, we're coming to the end here.
Getting there.
Yeah.
There's Todd C saying, hey all, welcome back. Thank you.
What's going on, Todd?
All right, I think we have addressed everybody in here. So let me hit my banners real quick. Happy Canada Day to everybody that is celebrating Canada Day.
And happy 4th of July coming up for you guys.
Yeah. That's they're equivalent, right? That's pretty much the same thing for each country. So good times. We're gonna drink and shoot guns, and I got a funny reel from somebody that's like this. So there's people out there that don't know this is their last week with all 10 fingers. So
yeah, exactly. Someone's gonna win a Darwin Award very soon, and they're gonna earn it, right?
Y'all be careful out there. Oh my god.
Don't be a meme.
Yeah, don't be a meme. Chad saying, is today a Canadian holiday? I just watched Strange Brew with my son on Turner Classic.
Oh yeah, the old SCTV crew, right? Yeah, Strange Brew is a classic. But we turn these off now. Yes, today is Canada Day up here. Everything's closed, so you celebrate quietly by yourselves at home. Or in parks in Mass, but it's raining, right? So,
well, yeah, you could have got your kayak out today from what I see.
So the lightning was literally hitting like meters away from my neighborhood, so it really wasn't good kayak weather. That had crossed my mind, but
it's when you definitely don't want aluminum paddles in that thing.
No, nothing aluminum. Everything I buy is plastic, hard plastics, composites.
The hell is an
We
aluminum?
did
Okay.
go in aluminum canoe on a military training, like on an adventure training in a lightning storm. And we realized while we were on this lake, like kilometers from shore, is like, hey, all our canoes are aluminum. Okay, let's go. Paddle faster. Right?
That's different. That's different than what we usually hear down here, right? Paddle faster. I hear banjo music. So,
Yeah.
um, Ultra Mensch is saying my little girl turns 12 on the 4th of July. Happy birthday, Destiny. Happy birthday.
There you
Uh, my brother turns. My brother. Well, let's see. My brother would be 61. Yeah, I think that's right. Would have been 61. So,
go.
talk about that at some point. So let's see. And B saw 3 beds and a couch for 5 guys. Those aren't pillows. Oh man.
Spooning's allowed at an inconvenience like that. Nobody judges.
Yeah, that's right. You have to huddle together for warmth.
Yeah. Chat farm. Yeah. Happy Canada Day to you.
Indeed. Happy Canada Day.
You can
That's because
highlight that.
you don't live in. Yep.
No. I meant cooking with Eric's comment. You can highlight
Eric,
that.
yeah, never heard of Canada Day. It's because you don't live
And
in Canada.
it never amazes me what you Americans don't know about us. We know everything about you.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you get taught our real history.
Yeah, we
We
do.
don't.
Apparently,
We
I found
don't.
that out at Joefest. I found out
Yep,
we get taught your real
yep,
history.
yep.
You
That's
do
right.
not.
That's right. That's right. No, it is
That's
definitely
interesting. I couldn't stop laughing. You're like, stop saying that to me. It's true.
not. Oh, oh, damn! Jetman said I don't have to worry about losing any fingers.
Nailed it. Thanks, buddy, for
got
having that sense of humor. God, I love
Gotta
that.
look. Gotta look on the bright side. Gotta look on the bright
Dude.
side.
And honestly, Jap man, I loved it because you embraced that. Fist pumping was all we could do, and you were doing it with everybody. Thank you for that because that's connectivity, brother.
Yes, sir. Yep. Didn't no qualms about it at all, man.
Mm.
It was fun, man. It's good to see.
Yeah.
There's Graf is popping in here, so saying good evening, gentlemen. I was
And
part of a
this, by the way, oh sorry, I meant to mention this was made by a guy with no fingers, guys.
yeah,
This is from GI Jetman, right? Cherish this. Got that home safe. Don't worry, Jeremiah.
yeah. I was going to bring that up here in just a little bit because I have one right there. He
Yep,
did
there it
something a
is.
little extra for mine that I'll show here in a little bit. Um,
Mhm.
I was part of a plot with Graph and SCS Dog, and I'll let Pop Blender tell that story. I think he told a little bit of it last night when he was on with Matthew, but they were they're plotting to turn Pop's channel into a Motu channel. So I had to ensure that he took delivery, set all that up, and guarantee that some stuff got there, and SCS brought it for him. That was funny.
That's
He
good.
told me about that, or when that all went down. I said I've known about that for about 5 months. Uh, I am too, Joe Hunter. So glad Jetman made it.
Yeah.
Um, I know at one time he was considering not, so I'm glad.
I mean, just a sidebar. Jetman and Stanley Everhart traveled together to Joe Fest. I don't think they were able to travel apart, like depart Joe Fest as together as they came. Am I right on that?
No, they met down there.
They met
They
down there.
met up
Okay.
down
But
there. Yep.
there's just a lot of transportation issues for people with disabilities. Finally, people got to see it live with two of our friends. It's pretty hard to watch when they are having those issues. So I feel for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And so, like I said, I'm not gonna go into a bunch of detail on
Mm-mm.
it. I'm sure Chatman will. Um,
No. Yeah.
talk about that. But man, it was awful. I'm glad you're there. Lone Dragon says, "Won't your distribution be better when you become the 51st state, Crow?
Right, well, I
No
mean,
more,
so you're saying
no more getting
we'll
stuff
never
early."
get distribution solved because of that? No, I guess we won't.
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, I guess you were part of the plot. So we were all part of the plot. It was the toy powder plot. Uh, let's see. Dave saying,
Oh,
Jenna and Stanley met me at the bus stop. I brought Stanley to the airport. Okay, good too.
cool,
Good
cool.
deal. Little collaboration. Little help
All right,
from your
yeah,
friends.
that's what we'd hoped
Uh,
would happen, right? So,
so I didn't think about this until today, but we're probably one of the first shows in like our group of sphere of people that's really going to get to talk about some of the stuff at Joe Fest, like some
well,
of
for now, yeah, I
um,
wasn't really tracking, but I do know the Circle of Jerks. Yeah, they're gonna wait till Punk is back from Florida. I don't know who
yeah.
else they had traveling, right? But um, same time, Toys and Woody should be ready to do some stuff at some point. I would assume, unless they did the scenic route back too, right? So we'll
Well,
see.
we may, we might be telling our versions of some of the stories that get told a little bit later on from different
Oh,
perspectives. So I was
yes,
just happy to, we get to go on and talk about some of the stuff.
I like it. You're right. We will be controlling the narrative. We will tell the truth, and everything else after that that's contrary to that is clearly a lie because we were first. I like it. Let's
Everything,
roll with
everything else you hear is bunk.
it. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh, let's see. So let me look at my. So I got one thing I am going to bring up real quick before we talk about the Joe Fest stuff. Not a whole lot of toy stuff to really get into independent from that, but I am going to bring something up that I noticed this morning. Um, so Kit, the early bird for it ended last night at midnight, and it sold out. Like the all of the pre-orders, all of what Ace had from Ramen sold out before the early bird ended. So anybody that's interested, um, you got to go over to Factory Entertainment because last I heard theirs are still um, holding up. But so that's a good sign for this project, right? They sold through everything before it even went to regular price.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be hard to tell just from the response every day. Like I wasn't even there Friday, but from what I saw, that there was like always somebody waiting to get either shots or to talk to Ace about this thing. He constantly had to like reset it with batteries and things like that. I think he was probably, or no, it was USB, but he was constantly making sure that thing was ready for viewing at all times. Always a lineup. So I'm not surprised it hit his pre-order at all. That's a big green light. Can't wait to see what other vehicles are on the way because that's a positive sign for them.
Yeah, I was, I'm. It sucks for anybody that that was waiting, didn't order it or whatever, but like it's a
Mm,
good sign for the company. So
yeah,
just in case anybody was planning on getting that later, while the pre-orders are up, you got to go over to Factory Entertainment now, which
and
some people were ordering it there anyway because they do have a deposit and then pay the rest thing like Ace used to do, and then they ship from the US too.
sure.
So
And just
but
remember,
you got tax.
it's not like Hasbro. Ace is a Ramen's a smaller company than Hasbro really is. And when these things sell out fast on pre-orders, sure, you might be a little bit frustrated if you didn't get one, but you have to cheer for a company having that kind of a response to their products. So they only get better from there, right? Hopefully,
Yeah.
that's the way it's supposed to go. So.
So this was one of the most talked about things down there that I saw. Um, Probably one of the
Mhm.
most got one of the best responses of anything that I saw this weekend down there. So In case you didn't know, just wanted to let you know. If you don't know, now you know. Gotta go over to Factory Entertainment to get your kit.
Yeah. Hey, I got a nice warm breeze off of like a kind of the Atlantic breeze. Check the chat. I think somebody just joined in to say hi
Yeah,
while he's on vacation.
I got it. Todd, see, what is the price on the new tank? The early bird is 160.
No, wait, no new tank? What new
Like,
tank?
well, are you talking about the Wolverine tank or the new camo for the Hunter? He hasn't priced the Wolverine tank yet because it's still in design. But the new Hunter is 160, which is a great deal. If I hadn't just ordered kit, I would probably order it because it comes with the mine plow, comes with the blast effect, I do believe. For this one, it's a good deal.
I expect the Wolverine, which is the next one he's doing, is going to be a very different price bracket because that one's coming with a figure.
Yeah, it comes with the Tank Commander figure.
Yeah, his version of not heavy metal.
Right, not heavy metal. Like we got not Tom Cruise and not heavy metal.
Correct.
Checking in all the way from sunny or perhaps rainy, as it was earlier in the week, Florida, all the way from Disney World. Lawrence, a punk with toys, joining us. What's going on, Lawrence? I hope you were having a good second vacation.
Yeah, so rainy is the key word. I was following Lawrence's Facebook, and he's been posting pictures. Yeah, he's always updating that Facebook with pictures of toys and events and whatnot. And I saw lots of raincoats out in the last batch of pictures I saw at Disney. So hope you're having a good one anyways, bud. It looked like you were.
Yeah, looks like they're having fun. So he's not going to let that stop them. They've been talking about packing the ponchos for a while now. So got Joe Ara 42 checking in saying, boys, what's up? Lone Dragon saying got the video Samantha Newark singing on her birthday. Then she sat with like 12 other guys talking to Lenny fucking Panzekia until 4 a.m. Or
I didn't catch the karaoke, and I regret it because I know it's good, but I did see the video Lone Dragon's been posting where "Stupid Girl" was the one she was singing by Garbage, and man, she's got some pipe.
She can sing, man. I meant to go by there and talk to her, and I just like every time I went by, she had people. I was like, I'll catch her, and I never did. And I see her. She goes to most of the shows that are near me because she lives here, or at least she did. She lives in Nashville.
So I was watching David T. Allen and 610 Yojo Daddy earlier today. They were on just a couple hours before us, and I saw Lone Dragon in the chat. And I know he was at the event and he was contributing to like assist the event staff, like Dave was, like Super Dave, giving that kind of volunteer work and everything like that. And when I see the videos that he's posting, I just want to take the minute to just recognize Lone Dragon. You're doing a great job promoting that event on your own, like just recapping things that I'm not seeing other people recapping, things that were missed that weren't on the floor. Thank you very much for doing it. I was there and I didn't see that. I'm glad there was a video for it.
Yeah, there's so much going on here. These people are here. These people are here. Different stories. They get different perspectives, you know. So, hi, it's me's checking in, saying hello, fellers. Let's see. Lone saying Ace needs about 350. It was about that time I realized Ace was a giant crustacean from the Paleolithic era.
And Darren Ho come in and he said, "Wait a minute, that ain't no Ace. That's a long dance muscle right there. You don't give him no 350 there, you crazy customer.
Don't get that damn monster no 350.
Woman, don't tell me what to do. 350
Thomas, don't let it get in the curtains."
All right. So accurate, we could almost get copyright struck by South Park, but we're going to leave it.
Almost. Jetman, when does the General League go on pre-order? Sometime next month, toward the end of next month was what I heard him say. sunny and hot at the beach today. Good to hear. Glad y'all had a
Good,
good
buddy.
day, man. Good day. Let's see. All right. Oh, so do we want to do we go straight into pictures and talking about stuff, or we want to talk about pickups, what we picked up down there, what we got? We usually do.
Why don't
Got any
we
new
break that
toys?
up? Why don't we both
Okay.
each do one pickup, then we'll do pictures, then we'll take a break from that, do another pickup, then finish the pictures, and end with the rest of the pickups.
Okay, because I have a couple of questions I'm gonna ask you, and I've got my
Sure.
answers to regarding the show. I have a feeling that if we do pickups at the very end, we're gonna run out of time for pickups. So I don't want to wait till the end to show all
Okay.
of it. So
Sure.
let's
Well,
do it.
I don't.
Let's do a couple. So
Sounds good.
first, do you have anything that you've gotten recently that is not Joefest related?
Yes, because it's completely GI Joe. I picked up and I've done my review on the Ninja Force Scarlet and Shebang. That's out today. And I've given you my most honest review I can on these, but it's probably what a lot of you were thinking when you saw the set. So do check it out if you don't mind, and feel free to leave your comments on what you thought of that set. But I got that. And I am a little slower to the take. I got Don Moreno, which looks fine so far. I haven't done a review on her. And I got Sundown just the other day, and he looks really good. I got some good impressions on those. But those are the ones that I came home to after Joefest, so they count. That's it.
They count. That's right. Yeehaw! That's Sundown, man. I'm digging
Mhm.
Sundown because I also have had Sundown for a week, and this is as far as I've gotten with him. And then I also got Hydro Viper, same, although I did get a second one today, as well as today. I also got my Airtight, who's
Oh,
actually
nice.
my most anticipated figure out of this wave. So you remember
Mhm.
way back when these guys went up for pre-order, and for whatever reason, I was able to order them for Walmart for $20. I
Yep,
have
yep, yep.
no idea why it offered me that price, but I ordered the whole wave, and I got them sooner I got Dawn from Amazon, and I got the others from Pulse, and I kept my another Hydro Viper and the Airtight order with Walmart to see if they would honor that price, because I needed Airtight and I was going to get another Hydro anyway. Well, they did. So they showed up today. No idea why I was able to pick them up for $20, but it literally was 43.68. So I
You
hope they
gotta,
screw up like that in the future.
yeah, right. You
I'm
just
really
gotta respect the mistake for what it is, and say nothing about it. Otherwise, you curse it. So
uh,
funny story. These crates over here, these crates over here, good. I can take them down before they fall down and break because
one's
these
already
are
broke.
a punk with toys, and one's already broke. And I have a confession of such conspiracy in a video, wherein you were exposed as going to give me the broke one. This is it here. Look at that. Just kidding. That I think happened in transit, but look at that jaggedy. So, but that's okay. I can fix that. But look at this one with the drawers. That's the one I was really. I should have said I wanted two of these ones. But what are you gonna do? All the drawers in the world, and they're nice crates. Punk, thank you very much. Now I can take them down. Hey, you guys, ask them, pester them. Like, can I still get them? Because I don't think you can.
I think they're coming down after. I think they're selling these out, and that's it. I know the shirts are coming down when he gets back.
Yeah,
So I also got one of those nice fancy looking crates myself, thanks to Steve Martin.
nice.
I
Did you get the broken exclusive variant?
No, mine actually had a little bit of C4 on the bottom of the trays, but I found it before he could set it off.
Did it smell minty?
Yeah, yes. You know he likes to send grenades and stuff through transit 3D printed grenades, ladies and gentlemen. So I was gonna get one of the crates from him at Joefest, and when he was getting them out, I didn't have my wallet because it was about 12 at night. So Steve Martin generously paid for my crate from Punk. So
Oh, well, that was nice of him. Yes, I had to count out your bland American money in front of him so we have footage for my Canadian viewers, so they'll get the joke.
So, so I did put out a Joe Fest video today, last night late actually. So if you guys haven't watched that, go check it out. It's not really a walkthrough. I mean, we walk through, but it's not like what Punk did where he stops, shows all of the vendors and stuff. Like it's really just me walking around. I'm with Crow for a lot of it, and a lot of it is cut with our memories of hanging out with people. There's a long slideshow at the end of it. Really mine was just to showcase more of the camaraderie than the toys. So what Crow just talked about with him counting out his fancy money for the crates,
That's in there.
Is in there. So
yeah,
um
dude, I'm just reading this. That
it
sucks. I read the follow-on comment, and I don't blame you for saying it the way you do, bud.
yeah, Mephisto's got canceled while he was at Joe Fest. Did we say hi to Brian King? I had it.
Hey, Brian.
I don't remember if we did. What's up? What's up, man? The extra Mephistos are up though. If anybody missed him, like I did, he's in my cart right now. So they've put the extras up.
Hell, I can afford a Mephisto after this.
Well, that's like I talked to 2 or 3 people at Joe Fest. I was like, man, I wish I'd have kind of wish I'd have got Mephisto. I know I talked to Jeremy Kimmerlin last week about it, and he's like, oh, they'll put the extras up. And I was like, yeah, I didn't expect them to do it this soon after Joe Fest.
Sure.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad you got it straightened out, Lone Dragon.
Yeah,
that sucks.
They don't want to have these kind of problems with the mail order systems. They really don't.
Nope, not because that's what they're going to be relying on, I think.
Made to order, I mean, not mail order.
And Punk said the crates are coming down soon. Action says this Friday.
Did we inadvertently set up an opportunity for them to update the situation with the crates for the people here? Oh, how terrible of us.
Might have led into today's sponsor, A Punk with Toys.
He's sponsoring you? He hasn't sent me fuck all. I had to pay for $36 for those crates. One of them was fucking broken.
So they are up at Radnum's Etsy store, Random Diorama. So if you guys want to get some, I'm sure you can find the link on Punk's site, but search on Etsy for Random, you'll find it.
Yeah.
So all right, Joe Fest. So let's do 2. What 2 things did you pick up? Show me 2 things you got at Joe Fest.
Okay. I will show you these 2 things. I'll take that off first. These were one was from Fans Hobby. It's the Novark ARV Ostrix. And you had your choice of them. Pardon me if I've got another figures kit all over them because this thing's a pack mule from hell that I love. And it doesn't have the Gatling gun on it because that's being carted by the Proteus 6 that I picked up off Bees Battlegrounds. We talked online months ago. And I was so looking forward to this figure. This is my Chappie, my AI controller kind of guy. I love this little set. And what an affordable set this was. Like these figures, I guess, aren't that pricey. B didn't charge me anything extra for that. And this was like, I think it was 45 US for the Ostrix, and it comes with a lot of stuff. So I thought that was a really cool little thing. And you'll see my review on that later, probably with the 2 of them together. What'd you get?
The regular one? The regular one was 45.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, pretty sure that was 45. No, this I paid another 40 for. The figures were I think 40 around there. But yeah, at the show that for 45, and these are the rifles that came with this guy. Sorry, so but the Gatling came with this, so it was cool.
Okay. What's up, Hella Geek saying evening fellas, how you doing?
Hey man.
And so, are those your two things? Are you counting those as
Yeah,
two?
that's two of them at once. I just get the acid rain out of the way. And you're going to see me do tactical perspectives on acid rain.
Oh, that'll be good. Good times. So he's saying he had the money. So yeah, we're gonna let you talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna cheap out because I'm gonna show. I'll count them as one. I'll count them as one thing, but it's like I'll show the first things that I picked up. That's Joe stuff. So I'll count these as
Mhm.
one. Nothing really much to
Give
see
yourself
here.
full screen like you gave me
Okay.
so the
Okay. I
people at
picked
home
up
can see.
another desert scorpion and this V4 snake eyes that I never really wanted, so I hadn't gotten it yet, but I did trade for it. So
Oh, this
that's
is the
one.
Zartan cache, right?
Yes, yeah. This was I traded my last extra Ninja Force Zartan and um that figure and $10 for those two. So
All
worth
right.
it for me. I know Desert Scorpion's been on clearance, but I mean he was
But
still a whatever
that,
deluxe. I
that
don't care.
V4 Snake Eyes, that was the way to go about getting that. You made a good call
Yeah,
being patient with that gummy thing.
that's how I was gonna get that one. So
Yeah.
let's see. I will show another thing that I picked up that I've been wanting, and that was the place to get it. Was I got the Razor pack for one of the ramen racers with the
Mm-hmm.
armor and the plow on the front of it. I did
Because
get that
why?
because it was right there, and I don't have to pay shipping on it from China,
Be-
and I,
well,
I have an
I
extra
was
race.
I was gonna say because you are one of the few collectors out there that happens to have an extra razor that needed some kit.
Um, so it's gonna go on the one that um, Henry Jones Sr. and Marcus Brody ride around in and solve crimes and hunt terrorists. So,
Wicked.
Wraith Mace checking in here saying, "Evening, gents.
Hey,
We are the hammer. What's up, Wraith?
we are.
Wraith, Wraith.
Wraith,
Uh,
I was disappointed by a lack of Joy Toy presence in that convention. I was expecting a much larger footprint. I know there was some there, but man, were they ever hard to spot.
I don't even remember seeing any Joy Toy, but I did a terrible job of looking at the booths, too.
Yeah, as did
Um,
I. As did I.
not not just a terrible job documenting what was there, but a terrible job um
No,
actually
you did a good
look.
walkthrough. That video, people should watch that video because your walkthrough with that camera was enough to reveal that it was big. Punk did a very thorough pre-game walkthrough,
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah.
yeah.
He did a good walkthrough.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Kimberlyn is in the chat saying Snake Eyes V4 is awesome. I know you really like that one.
Agree to disagree.
Yep, agree to disagree. It says Ramen makes accessory packs for Motorola racers. Yeah, they got the credit card holder and all kind of stuff on there.
Yeah, actually, I like Ramen's accessory packs. Well, we'll talk about that at another point too, because I also picked something
Mhm.
up from him as well.
Yes, sir. So would you like to tell your story of woe first before we get into look at
Let,
pictures and
let's
talk about
just
stuff?
get it out of the way before it gets exaggerated into a Dave Gatorade falling down, breaking head kind of situation from 2 years ago, like we were joking about. I had a huge setback the morning of the flight. So, are you going to call up the little animates that I put
I
up?
am.
Then that will depend on how this story begins. I let you
Gather
toss the
around.
coin onto. All right, gather
Gather.
around, children's. Going to tell you the story of how across the old crow barely got Joefest this year. So it all starts with me making the decision that since my flight at 7 in the morning is an international one, I forgot I don't. I got to be there 3 hours early, so that means I'm gonna take an Uber at 4. There was no point in me going to bed. I tried to have a nap earlier that evening, didn't work, so I stayed up all night thinking I'll sleep on the plane. I took an Uber to the airport. We'll just flip through this slide here, Darren. Right, took an Uber off to the airport and had my bags all packed. I checked them 362 times and Still no drugs. We're good to go. And headed off to the airport, only to get to the terminal and show up and say, I'm ready to go to my trip to Augusta. And they're like, no, you were a no-show yesterday. And I was like, what the actual fuck are you telling me? And she said that we had sent you 2 emails saying that your flights had changed. And I said, no, you sent me 1 email and I accounted for that flight. There was no other email. They called me a liar. I called them just as much. And we're going to small claims court because there is no other email saying that I was flying out a day earlier. I would have changed my hotel booking if I had gotten that email. So I'm going home defeated. You can go back to the Uber because this is how I looked. This was me in the Uber coming back and going, I cannot fucking believe I am not going to Joefest. In my head, I was trying to process and calculate what I could do next. I had no luck trying to secure flights there while trying to get a refund. I decided to go home and rethink this and come up with a plan B or C. And I involved my ex-wife in this, and she helped me see that we could manage this and that I would be getting my refund. And she helped me rebook flights. And thank God for her because I was pretty defeated. I needed a bit of help, and she was there for that. So thank goodness she was doing that. Rebooked those flights, and yes, I am getting it partially refunded so far. And I was nervous the whole time, right? Because I go back to the airport in another Uber. Bear in mind, I've spent nearly $100 in Ubers going nowhere, right? To the airport and back, and now back to the airport, right? So maybe I'm just feeling a little bit tapped out in a few different ways, and I'm trying to be polite and going through, and I'm just very nervous. And you can skip through this slide because I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Everything's good so far. I haven't canceled my hotels. Holy fuck, I'm actually on the plane getting out of here. My baggage is on its way. I saw the tags. It says it's going to meet me in Augusta. There's nothing that could possibly go wrong, right? So there, and you can just keep there. And these are the things I'm thinking about might come in my way yet, right? Like we're going to have a plane problem of some sort, skip it again. Somebody else is going to come down from the skies and fuck with us. Skip it again there, Darren. Right? I'm just rolling through here. I can have problems at security. Who knows what the shit is going to get in my way? And thankfully, aside from having to sprint as a 52-year-old man, 2,000 meters across an airport to make a connection and actually travel back in time 30 seconds to make my plane, I did that. There was a sonic boom behind that crow. Aside from that, I managed to get to Augusta so we can finish that thing. But I was set back almost 24 hours. I had been calling guys saying, hey, man, I'm not going to make it. I don't think I'm going to make it. Then I'm like, I'm trying to make it. And the most heartwarming thing, Darren, you can take the slides down. I'm kind of done with it now, right? That's just me heading over to see you guys. Was, I had made arrangements to meet with certain people like Larry Hama, like Ace from Ramen Toys, like Steve Platt from Delta 17 to actually have some discussions I wanted to have with creators. But I was really looking forward to going and seeing Darren and then Pop and Punk as well, because I remember it seemed like only 2-3 months ago, we were all fearful that Darren wasn't going to make it to Joefest. And I remember none of us were accepting defeat at that point, right? So I was like, the hell, I could fail this mission. I've got to get there, right? And I told Punk that. I said, I had to look at this as a mission. That's the only way to drive through a shitty plan B and still get to the objective, right? So there it is. That's the horror story of my travel there. Oh, by the way, my luggage got lost and I got it a day after I got there. So I had, that setback, but other things went well. I was glad everything went well after that.
Yeah, that was the lost luggage line.
Yeah.
Lost luggage.
Which got lost on the return as well. But hey, I got that back too.
That was the one that had all the toys in it too.
Yep. I'm just going to tell you right now, guys, if you're thinking about coming to Canada, if you could avoid WestJet in any way, I would probably nod in agreement and be like, you're making a wise choice with your possessions.
Perseverance. I was so glad that you made it. You got there, man. So
me too.
We was able to hang out. You've got 2 other pictures in there. Are you wanting to save those?
Sure. We can just push through these, right? So all of that led to, some great encounters. One of them, I have a lot to say about this photo because the build up, this almost never happened. Larry Hama was sick the day I got there late Friday night. Saturday he was sick, so he wasn't on the floor. And on Sunday, I didn't expect him to really come back, but he did, and he was signing autographs. I got autographs. I have a sub story about something that Daredevil Dave gave me that was very meaningful in case I never met Larry Hama, but I didn't get to meet with him as I had arranged online. Like me and him talked on Instagram and Messenger to talk privately together. I had some questions to ask about a veteran as an author and as editor in chief of things like the Nom and writing GI Joe and Fury Force. So I had some questions. So at 3:30 in the morning on my way back, lo and behold, who am I sitting in the lobby with waiting for our cabs to the airport? But it's actually Larry Hama. So I got a final opportunity to actually sit and spend some quality conversation with him, ask my question. He was quoting Truman Capote on the Hells Angels stuff as parts of his answers. It was really memorable, and I was really happy to have that. Really happy to have that private time with Larry Hama. And your cousin and Wilhelm Toys from Delta 17's table were the people who thankfully were able to capture this photo as they happened to be up and outside, saw that, and they knew I would love a picture of that. So thank you to your cousin Wilhelm.
Yeah, he told me about that the next morning, and I was like, man, that's awesome because he had that plan, and Larry being sick on Saturday, like they talked about this a long time ago, and he was really looking forward to have some one-on-one time with Larry Hama. And then at the end of everything, after the clusterfuck of everything, and just the ticket, the luggage, and the stress, and you still finally just worked out where you got to talk to him. So I was so glad that happened.
Can I close that out with what I was talking about with about Dave there?
Yeah,
I'll just show it. So if I hadn't gotten to meet Larry at any point and get him to sign my comics, which he did, or have that discussion, which I did, the most heart-touching thing was what Daredevil Dave was trying to do for me, and he succeeded. This is a low-light file card, which he had signed by Larry Hama for me on Friday, I guess, before I could get there. And you got to realize at that same time, while this was probably occurring, my luggage was getting lost. And then it was all the stuff that I had for Larry to sign. I was going to pick a couple of comics and ask him to make them out to me personally, and he would sign them. And then with him being sick, I wasn't going to get it signed at all. So I was a little disappointed. And this was presented to me from Daredevil Dave with the stickers and everything. And I was dumbfounded. And it's because Dave is a very intuitive friend to our show. He knows us. He knows our stories. And he remembered me telling about how important the file cards were for me as a kid collecting these. These were my world for my characters. And this was the only one I had where I had the character. I couldn't keep the file card because the little brat that that was in the car with me, the little kid, threw this file card out the window, and the driver wouldn't stop for me to pick it up, and I was devastated. So imagine that kind of insightfulness, and he shows up with this. And what was I doing? I was about to hit the floor and go pick up a low light file card in case Larry showed up and my luggage didn't, so he could sign this. So it was an amazing coincidence. And the last thing I'll show you is what Larry Hama gave me when I did get everything signed. This is the Mortar Chaplain Pool assistant coin from Fort Wadsworth that it has for God and country in Latin on there, and he gives this to service members that come see him at conventions. So I was really happy to get this, and I even said, "Are you sure? Because I'm Canadian." And he was like, "That's okay."
Like, oh, never mind, give me that back.
Yeah, so very thankful to all of you guys for cheering me getting there, and very special thanks to Dave for that kind of insight into things, and especially you, Darren, for setting that up and cheering me on the whole way. I knew you were concerned.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna go back to the to your other picture that you had sent me. I've got it pulled up. You wanna this one really doesn't need much of an explanation, but you can talk about what it is that gentleman there is signing.
Okay, so I'm not going to let you know what anybody signed in that book. I'll just give you a general description. I passed this around from Joefest. I set it up with blank pages so people could sign. but I also divided certain pages so other people could write their own GI Joe file card. And I have file cards from guys like you, GI Bro, Baldy Locks. Stanley Everhart got one started, but he wasn't able to finish it in time. But that's okay because at least I've got him signed in the book. Sherlock, Loki, others. But what we're seeing there is right here. Here is one from Corey, and here is one from Lenny. And these are mine. If you want to see them, you have to come to Joefest when I'm there. And you can write in this book and you can read what others have written on there, including Baldy Locks and Punk with Toys and others. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's my souvenir from Lenny and Corey.
That was awesome. So I had my memories book, and they both were gracious enough to sign my memories book that I took as well. So
yeah.
And we're getting ready.
You got a lot of more time with them too, eh? You did.
Yeah. Just the way that worked out. So, all right, we're going to hop into looking at some slides. If you guys, there's some really good comments in there, man, about your experience.
Yeah, I see them. Thanks, everybody. Not trying to steal all the attention from Darren here. He's all just like, Crow, say more. I'm like, okay, I'm done. No, let's do slides. I want to go off camera.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me pull up our next one here. We're going to go ahead and go through some pictures. And I'm going to spend a ton of time on any one of these because there's a bunch of them. We're just going to kind of whip through them. First ones we're going to look at some of the stuff we saw. And like I said, I did not take a whole lot of pictures of the toys. I did a terrible job at that. So that's kind of weird the way that wound up. Here is, of course, our thumbnail. Not too fancy on this one. Just declassified Joefest and Canada Day. Woohoo!
Yay.
So here, I'll go ahead. I'll full screen this. So
yeah, let's do that.
So this was just, I went up on the balcony on the overlooking the show floor. There's Dave saying, glad the file card hit the mark.
Yeah, dude, it did. Absolutely.
I was had insider knowledge on that one too. That's like he'll love that, dude. So this was just as you're looking down on the show floor from the balcony upstairs, left side, there's kind of the middle, and you kind of see some of the different ones that are down there. There's Rowdy Toys was down there, way out here, Savage booth, the corner of the Savage booth, Delta 17 was somewhere around in there. I actually haven't gone through this trying to pick where everything is. And then there's just the right side, and then there's a panoramic I took of it.
Yeah. And that's just the first floor. The second floor, it's harder to get shots like this because they were in confined spaces of hallways and corners and things.
Yeah, I didn't take any on the second floor.
No, but we should account for the fact that there's probably another 1/3 or maybe more like 1/6 worth of booths up there.
Oh yeah,
including our friend Top Fun Retro Toys 3D, who really wanted to get a booth on the floor for next year because he didn't like it up there this year.
Yeah, he was up there. Lady Spartan was up there. There was some cool vintage stuff up there.
Yeah, he was up there with Uncle Clutch.
Yeah, they were right beside each other, I believe. So here's just some shots. Started out with some ramen stuff. So got our Marshall, and then of course this is, you could get 3030 Techno Horse there at the show in person, and he did have the prototype for the Outlaw, who's Tex Hex. I wanted these. I don't have this Marshall figure. I do want it. And I want both of them. I love Tex Hex. They're just, the figures are kind of pricey for what I had in my budget. I was going to actually go back and get the Marshall, but he sold out. I don't think Techno Horse did, but he did sell out. And of course, Tex Hex is just the prototype right now, but they look good. So he did have that prototype there for the Outlaw. Of course, we talked about this earlier. One of the shots
I'm
I got of it. Go ahead.
no, I'm just yeah. I
So I did do Ace did give me some time on Saturday, and I posted that video. If you guys have not checked that out, it's just a walkthrough. Ace walks through everything that he has at the show. The tanks, Knight Rider, the figures, everything he brought. He gave
the
me
bands.
9 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And it was good. I was standing over your shoulder watching the whole thing get recorded, going, wow, he's really doing it right with you.
And so I was happy for that. I got that uploaded that night. So that's out if you guys just want to see Ace talk about all of his product. And Lone Dragon here in the chat with us was the person that delivered this prototype to Ace's hands. When the show started, he was waiting on it. It was being shipped, and he started the show without it. He had the space set up.
Oh,
Lone
yeah. He
Dragon
was,
was
com-
was there, and go ahead.
yeah. Ace was complaining that he was late getting there to set up the way that he wanted to, and he was feeling really rushed in the end. So what you're saying makes sense. I could see Lone Dragon having to bring that to him.
Well, so just a few minutes before I took any video or anything of it, I do have the video of him actually right after he put it in the case and he's fixing it all up and setting the display up. But it was actually Lone Dragon that delivered this to Ace. What's up, Evil Dookie in the
Yo,
house?
Dookie. We got to meet
Got,
him.
got to meet Dookie. Good time meeting Dookie. I wish we'd have got to hang out longer, but he was only
Yeah.
there for the day. Had a lot to see, a lot of people to see. So,
But all the custom crew there, it was Dookie, Savage, Alonzo, Seagram, like that crew.
yeah.
Yeah, it was good to see them.
So earlier we talked about the Wolverine Aces, not Mauler and not heavy metal. So here's our prototype of the driver and a couple different shots of the tank here.
Yep, there it is. So
that
got the
fun.
I got the privilege of taking this up to my hotel room. Ace let me have alone time with it. I swear I was dressed the whole time, but because me and him had been talking about this for a little while, and he was allowing me to have a look at it, so see if what it was bringing to the table, and he was interested in hearing my thoughts on it. He gave me the opportunity to speak about it and things like that. So I was really excited for this. This was probably one of the biggest driving things for me to see at that floor.
I knew you were super excited for that, and again, I didn't know if you were going to bring that up, so I wasn't. Again,
I can now.
another thing. Yeah,
I wasn't going to say anything before Joefest because if it didn't happen, it didn't happen. But yeah, he's let me play with his toy.
So, and yeah, again, this is prototype. So that was cool. That was another thing, like with your travel getting so screwed up. I was like, man, not only is he not going to be able to do a sit down with Larry Hama, he's not going to be able to talk to Ace about the tank and look at it, and as from an armor guy perspective. So that was cool that he let you just take it up to your room Saturday.
He totally had me covered because he was like, well, we can do a video conference after Joefest and still go over stuff, right? Like it was going to be a good discussion. He just wanted to see if I had any points for him to consider. But I also had that phalanx I had ordered from him, and I was trying to let him know, like, I'm not going to be there. Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make Darren get it, so he has to mail it to me. Like,
yeah,
because Ace had shipped that all on its own for me. I didn't want him to have to send it back or sell it on the floor.
Oh, I didn't remember. I don't think you told me that he just like picked that one out and had it specifically sent for you. I didn't
know that was
that.
It was specifically sent for me. And Darren Ho, I think is his last name, Ho or Co. He picked it up. His name's on the box, and it was for me. So they didn't bring down any extra phalanx parts. It was because they said I'd be there and I'd have the cash, right? So it's just like,
okay,
shit.
Well,
yeah,
I don't think I had that part of it. Well, that's even more awesome. So no, it did not come back smelling like cologne and lipstick kisses all over it. Crap.
No, but I've got a picture of it with my beret, and I've got a picture of Ace in my beret as we were talking about it, he did me that favor and let me get a picture of him in my beret,
That's
my
awesome.
armored beret. Yeah.
So we'll go back over to now we're over at the Savage Crucible booth, and this was one of the booths that I had to make sure that I got to while we were at
Mhm.
the show. This was just some of their figures that they had set up. They always have all of their stuff and then stuff that is coming up set up on the table. And this is the Trevarthy Sentinel. This was the exclusive for Joefest that nobody got to see until Joefest. I mean, I'm sure some
Nice.
people were maybe privy to it, but for the most part, nobody got to see this until the show floor opened and they got in line.
Oh, that's
They
cool.
actually, they at first didn't even have it up on the table, and then they put it up there. But so just some different shots of some of the stuff there. So
And
my
those
favorite,
Komodo dragons did end up selling out. No, we all thought they
yep,
wouldn't, but they did. I didn't end up
they
getting
did.
one.
They had
Yeah,
the
I never
blind
got one.
boxes. Well, we
Yeah.
both were going to go back over there because I didn't. They told me at the beginning of the show, like, "Oh, we got plenty of them." And
Yeah.
Sunday, they did not have plenty of them.
No.
So a lot of cool stuff on this table. I'm slowly dipping my toe into Savage Crucibles. They're kind of edging out Mythic Legions, other than the skeletons, because you can bend and pose them and they stay. A lot of cool stuff on this table, but my absolute favorite thing on this table, and I got some other shots of it,
Oh, it's glorious.
is they are making a battle mount Great Freaking Dane.
Hmm.
And I've got a couple other pictures of him here that I'll show. Just this stuff looks so good. And I didn't realize like how fast the Savage stuff sells out and how rabid the secondary market is for this stuff.
Oh, I've had it's why I've stayed away. Everybody has told me it's pretty common sense at this point that they are a very superior quality kind of figure. If you like, yes, Mythic Legions. No, it's Savage Crucible, then Mythic Legions, according to what I've been hearing. And I've been told to get one. It's that fantasy genre that I just reluctant to keep buying figures for. But the soft goods on these, when I was looking at these, like everything these things bring to the table, I can see why people are fanatical about them, right? Like
Yeah.
just rabid.
They look absolutely fantastic. So I want, it's not something I'll pick up a ton of, but I do
Yeah,
like them. I'm not a big sword and sorcery guy, and I'm
yeah,
not a big
exactly. Yeah.
anthropomorphic animal kind of guy, but certain things do strike my fancy, and a
You know what
lot
it
of
is?
these do.
If I had a little bit more shelf space and the military stuff wouldn't eat so much into my budget, maybe I would collect this stuff because it's worth it and I know it. But right now, as prices keep going up and our stuff keeps coming out, and some of that military stuff is getting really expensive, or like the Joey Jason stuff, it's just you could bankrupt yourself trying to collect all this really easily.
That's why I have to pick and choose. I mean,
Yeah.
going down there, I only had two Savage Crucible figures, so
Yeah.
I've doubled that now.
To
um,
this day, I still don't have one. That's why I wanted at least a Komodo. I was like, I want to at least say I have a Komodo from them. I was like, fuck, I waited too long.
right. So I switched my phone into portrait mode to get this good picture of this Great Dane, and you know how
Yeah.
portrait mode likes to blur stuff out. It thought
Yeah.
the ears were part of the background.
Oh, I was wondering about that. I was like, what the? Did this ear fall off? Is it a secondary piece? Portrait
When I
mode did
first
that?
yeah, I was like, Are the ears? Do the ears come off?" And they're like, "No, wait, the other one's over there."
But I mean, like,
uh,
that doesn't even seem like a lens issue. That seems like AI actually trying to edit something out of the portrait.
it's done it on some of my pictures before, and I've had to
Wow.
scrap that picture. So,
Yeah.
um,
Those Danes
let's
are
see.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so Lone Dragon saying I'm having them Danes. So that's my favorite breed of dog.
Mhm.
Great Danes, then Rottweilers, then Pit Bulls are my favorite breeds of dog. I've owned 3 Great Danes, fostered them.
Nice.
I was always the guy that got called when I worked at the shelter. I was always the guy that took care of the giant breeds when they come in. So I will
Sure.
be having them Danes too.
Yep.
So
That's I can see them worthwhile for sure. Look at the up
so
armored. Oh wow.
so here's the armor that goes on said Great Dane. I love the ear
So
holes.
in Game of Thrones, wasn't Ramsay's dog starved Great Danes or as well in armor, or like just
No, they
they
were
weren't in armor though?
no, they weren't Danes. They were
Bull
he had
mastiffs maybe.
hounds. He had hounds. I think they were bull mastiffs or Cane Corsos.
Okay.
But he had yeah, he had a variance of them,
Yeah.
but
So
they weren't Danes.
Bobby Wold is in my head again because that's all I'm thinking. I want one for to go in my ramen van, my misery
Yeah, your
machine. I need a Great Dane.
your misery machine. Yeah. So
Yeah.
uh, the armor does not hinder any articulation points on the Dane. So
Noise.
one of the best things is he comes with chunks of meat.
We're just gonna call it meat. We know what it really is.
So, yes, comes with
Human.
these chunks of meat with suspect bone sticking out the end,
Yeah.
and
Something familiar.
not just that, but peg holes on the other end, so you can snap this onto a figure.
Oh, shut up. Is that what they're for, really? The stumpies?
That's what you can do with them.
I thought it would be for blood effects or something that they're coming out with, but okay. Yes, please. Oh my god.
So
I
man,
need this Scooby so bad.
so
It's my
this was
post-apocalyptic Scooby.
yeah, it's perfect for that, man.
Yeah.
So this is not they're not doing a gray version. This is just a blank. This is just the sculpt just to show the armor on the Great Dane. I mean, look at the shit, man. Chainmail on his neck. So
This
uh,
has to be my first Savage Crucible figure then. I've got to do this. And it did
um,
it to the ear again with that. God damn.
yeah, yeah. So you can see here where it kind of portraited out, thinking it was part of the background. It didn't just produce. So here's the angry face for the Dane.
Look at those eyes, man. Like zoom in on those eyes. That is crazy.
Yeah,
Like
no, it looks
bloody yellow.
it looks fantastic, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Bobby said, Bobby, you're right. That's what he wants it for. Go with the misery
Yep.
machine. That's right. Uh,
It's not an if, it has to happen.
but I hope they do it in a couple of different colors. I have a feeling they do. Man, if they do, so they done the dog is brindle. He's the brindle color pattern. Um,
Okay.
so I had a black one with white, which is called mantle. I had a fawn, which is just a tan, and then I had a blue merle. I had a big blue merle dog that was my best friend for 10 years. Name was Tyson. And what I thought was funny about when it did this to the ears in the picture was Tyson was named Tyson because the people that originally had him tried to crop his ears theirself and fucked him up.
Oh, fuck
So
them.
both of he had a bunch of his ear was gone and they laid flat back over the top of his head and they were bent. So they named him Tyson because biting
Sure.
ears.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's I would figure they'd have that was a gimme to me. Like I'm sure it was there. Probably has an articulated tongue inside.
yeah,
What's that
probably
say?
the snake dude does.
Yeah.
Adam saying I need one of those Danes, then painted up by somebody like Tony to resemble my old boy I lost earlier
Yeah.
this year. Yep, you need a big buck to do it with, man, for your pup. And
Yeah.
This one may fit the bill. So it's
This is
great.
an absolute must for me now.
Yeah.
It's my new mission: acquire this dog.
The day these go up for pre-order, depending on
Uh,
price, I'll be ordering at least one, especially if they're in, multiple
keep
colors. So
keep me posted when that comes on, and I'll tack on an order with you.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so back to some other non-canine savage stuff. So uh,
Mhm.
does anybody else see Terry Crews coming?
Maybe an Old
I hear
Spice commercial
yes,
version. Yeah.
I hear the Old Spice jingle in my head. So these are some of the different guys that they've got. There's Naraka back there, like the blue guy. I don't know all of their names. I'm not
Sure.
again a big fantasy dude, but they do have their night. I don't think I actually got many good shots of the actual night that's coming out. It is
Mhm.
fucking amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I didn't
Then
spend much
over
time
here,
at them, but this booth I did.
yeah, we all spent a little time at this one. This is Boss Fight. Just taking some pictures of some of the things they had in their case. There's their
Yeah.
Conan that's coming prototype. These guys were cool. I never did find out exactly what all of these guys' stories were. This one in the back
Sure.
right is Frankenstein. I did find that much out.
Yeah, I mean,
And
like these seem like Dahmer party type figures, right? But
right.
I know it's not them, but it's an example of what we were seeing there.
So I absolutely love this zombie
Yeah.
character with like the flintlock pistols.
Well, and
So
that's what I'm wondering. Are they pirate? Is it a pirate? Like a deckhand kind of pirate boarding party? Kind of,
I'm
like Pirates of the Caribbean kind of zombie?
I
Because he's
never
got
asked.
the sword and the flintlock, right?
Yeah, so yeah, he's got all of it. So that's kind of what I was thinking, but he's wearing this like fur looking vest. Ed may have some more information on these guys,
Yeah.
but um
Paint will
I
matter.
asked the lady behind the counter and I don't remember her name.
Sure.
But she wasn't sure what a couple of these were. So
Yeah,
um
it's okay.
they were great. Um
I
Adam,
Oh, I know.
you know, I out of our like group, I don't really feel like anybody tried to monopolize time with him. He spoke to everybody. I didn't see anybody continuously like all up in his business. I talked to him for um that day, the first time when I was over at the booth. He had people waiting to talk to him, and he had kind of a line, and then he'd not have a line. So I waited, and I probably talked to him for about 5 minutes. I got a picture with him. I'll show that. Um, and I mostly talked to him about just him and Corey working together again and what they were going to do at Boss Fight, or, excited to see what they do at Boss Fight. And then when I asked him if I could get a picture with him, he was like, yeah, man, come on, let's do it. And I got my phone out and got ready to unlock my phone, and he saw my home screen and he was like, "Ooh, is that a pit bull?" I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, and it's Pretzel. And he was like, "Oh, I love pit bulls." I said, "Yeah." I was like, "It's my boy I lost a couple months ago." And he was like, "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry." He's like, and like it kind of got a little choked up there. And I actually got a little choked up later when I told Lawrence that story and he made fun of me, but it's just his way. But
Yeah.
so anyway, so I actually was standing there and I showed Lenny a couple pictures of Pretzel and showed him the video of him eating spaghetti. So just he was cool. So I
But
didn't really see anybody domineering him though.
No, and I mean, if you go through the comments, you'll see a lot of examples of where people got personal time with Lenny, myself included. Got a couple of minutes with them. I didn't want to monopolize anything; it wasn't the right opportunity. But I would say, Adam, from what I heard about the 3 hours that were spent there on Saturday night with Lenny and Corey sitting with the group, you probably would have gotten at least your money back on that bet. You know, like it was close. I've heard.
Yeah, we will get into that very soon. So both of those are the Frankenstein figure. Hi, it's me. What's up? Says
Hey,
3 heads, 3 flintlock pistols, and a flintlock rifle. Okay, so it is kind of done up similar to Donner Party a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's just zombie genre and era appropriate, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He was just fucking with me. I mean, he knows. He
That's
knows.
how he do.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Adam. All right, so keep going. So here's this is one of their Court of the Dead figures, and I don't remember what the other one is. Just this cool chick, samurai looking
Mm,
chick. I
I
wanted to
think
get one of these Court of the Dead figures, but man, they're
aren't
pricey.
they aren't they both Court of the Dead? Like Court of the Dead has a few different characters because they
Yeah,
used to be a smaller scale line as well, right? So
yeah, maybe she is.
mhm.
Um, I didn't look at all of them that close. So.
I've seen some of their older ones and they're really nice, but they're small, right? So
I like them though.
yeah.
There's Matthew saying just learned Savage will have 3 new drop figures along with their one exclusive at Titan Toy Expo. Damn, man, I'd like to get something else when I'm there besides that. Oh, that and whatever the Vala is. So, all right. So, who's that guy right there?
Yeah,
I know,
nice.
I know
Me and
those people.
Steve. Yeah. Another
Wow.
guy I arranged to talk to and did get to have a nice conversation with. That's
You
cool.
got Wilhelm back there in the background. That dude's always smiling.
Yeah, he was had a great time doing what he does out there. And again, I owe him as much thanks as I do Pop for the photos that I managed to cling out of this. Well, a lot of my photos didn't turn out. So
I did not. I had pictures that I swear I took, and I don't
yeah.
have. Like I got a lot of selfies with people that I remember taking, but they're not on my phone. And I know I got pictures with them, but I don't swear they took one and then I took one. I never got a selfie with Punk. I didn't get one, I don't think, just me and Baldy. I don't think I got
Yeah,
one just me and Ed.
yeah. It's odd because I'm feeling the same way. I mean, there's people I know like Lonzo Wilkinson and Evil Dookie where I got pictures with them and Stanley Everhart and got pictures of them. I remember taking them and going, hang on, like they're supposed to be on here and they're not. And I was like, weird.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna
So
mute my
there's
mic so I can call my cats over here.
Yeah, kitty, that's bad kitty. It's my pot pie. So there's Emerald Knight and Wreck Ship hanging out there at the booth, and they are, as usual, right next to Sarge, who I guess was on break when I took this picture. Then we'll go over to the Fresh Monkey Fiction booth. This is the whatever they're called, Skull Iron, Skull Buster, Skull Smasher. What are they called? Um, I don't know. Skull
Captain
something.
Skull something. Yeah, tell us in the chat if you remember what Mark's figure is called.
Well, this is
That's
his
who that is.
Oh, is this the other head sculpt for him? Okay, for his Captain
Pretty
Gridiron.
sure that's the
Gridiron.
second Captain Gridiron head sculpt for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shows how much I keep up with that these days. And we get the new Agent Carter monkey guy. We don't think that's actually Agent Carter, but man, that's a good. I like the suit. Skull Crusher. Thank you. I was close. I was close. Here are their blood skeletons. I like the pool of blood. And then of course we got our Dracula over here who they finally gave him a box, for the I think is this the same figure that we got for an exclusive in 24 and now they're just putting the exclusive in the box?
It looks like it's the same Dracula, yeah.
Skull Crushers and Captain Gridiron.
There we
Okay,
go.
is it Captain or Commander Gridiron? I was thinking it was Commander. It doesn't matter, but
Is it
I do not know.
Captain Gridiron the Joe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what the Guitar Monkey, I don't know. And Ed's saying he's the next figure in the Fresh Monkeys. So the monkey group that they're doing where they had Agent Carter, he's just the new monkey guy. It is cool.
Yeah. It's Commander, yeah.
I always take
these.
pictures of these. Feel like I've been taking pictures of that Red Reaper for 3 years. I just made my own. I've had one for over a year.
I love the
We all know what
exposed
this
brain
is.
on the one.
Yeah, that's a cool take on the Skellies.
Mhm.
And then I like that one, the Ops Skelly,
Yeah,
the
Black Ops.
NVGs. Yeah, that's cool.
Doesn't need body armor anymore.
Yeah, those who trespass are what those guys are.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's see. Brian King saying order 3, Commander Gridiron and Dr. Rand are in my pile of loot. All right. So here's the are these the Fury Force?
No,
Or the Eagle Force?
that's Fresh Monkey. This is Fresh Monkey.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh,
yeah, but I don't remember which. Yeah, I don't remember which figures these are. I think these are the Eagle Force guys.
Maybe, yeah, it would be Eagle Force because Fury Force was a Big Bad Workshop, right?
And there he is holding an eagle, so I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
I took these pictures.
Eagle Force.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I took these pictures really, really quick walking by. I'm like, yeah, I might as well get some pictures of Gridiron. But here's the stars of the Gridiron, the Fresh Monkey show.
Yeah.
These are the couple of the Fury Force guys. And then, of course, we did get to see that they are doing a Larry Hama figure.
Yeah. And that one looked really good. Like this is my big regret because they had these and then they had the 4-inch Fury Force and I didn't buy either of them. And I kind of wish I had set aside money to pick them up because what a great souvenir that would have been to get signed by Larry. Right.
Oh, yeah.
But still, that Fury Force, I am going to pre-order when I can about that once I pay off my Joefest bills because that line looks amazing. And we're seeing the 6-inch versions of some of them. So.
Yeah, they do look really, really good.
Yeah.
So then here we go again with the Forgotten King and the exclusive in the new box. And then we get a glow version of the Skelly. And then Major Striker over here. So he looks pretty good. Is he a straight up repaint of the General?
I wouldn't know. I haven't bought any Monster Force aside from the 2 that I have. It's just another line where I just would be overspending if I went into it too deeply.
All right. So we're going to go back to some ramen here. Matthew saying I shipped my 18.7 pile of loot. Should be here. So that's some woody shit.
Yeah.
Perfect General Ryan. So Ed saying reminds me of Marty McFly. I asked Bill and he smiled and said, I don't know. So just a new head on Striker. But yeah, General Ryan, man, like it's perfect for General Ryan. Need Admiral Dyson, Admiral Hollingsworth, need all of them dudes from the Last Stand at the pit. So here's our new General Lee. Nice and shiny. Some people do not like the shine on this. They don't like the gloss, but I mean, I do. I mean, if you're gonna go with a new one and retool a bunch of stuff, why not change the paint up? It looks beautiful. I don't know how far ahead that one we saw was, but the paint on it looks gorgeous.
I just would say if you don't like the finished product as you're seeing it, then don't order it. Like hold out and see if he does a dulled down version, I guess, because it's going to be a lot of money and you don't want to regret a purchase based off something that you can't ignore, right? If you can't ignore this shine, then don't get this vehicle.
I think it looks really good. So we
Me
do
too.
in my video, he talks about this, talks about the figures, talks about some of the changes that is made to the car. It is I know the figures are blurry. I did that on purpose there. Um,
Mhm.
believe it or not. But the car looks great. I'm excited for it. I do plan on ordering this because somehow I still don't have one of these, even though he's already done it twice. I just last time it was up, I didn't have the money, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna do all I can this time to order this thing. So I like this. I took this one like right at the end. I took this with the 360 cam. I thought it come out pretty good on this
Yeah.
picture.
That's showroom.
So, but
Yeah, that looks really good.
so I didn't get any pictures of the vans really, but they're all in my video that I mentioned that Ace walk through talks a lot about the
Mm.
vans in there. Um let's see what else. He did mention you're going to be able to order them three ways. You're going to be able to order all three figures, just the car, or the set with all three figures and the car, which I mean, I don't know why anybody would do it any other way, but uh price I'm not gonna comment on. He told me where he thinks it needs to be, and I'm sure he told plenty of other people because everybody's asking. But
Mm.
he told me what he wants the prices to be, and if he's able to hit that, he said they had to get some final numbers back. If they can hit that price, I think it'll be a deal for all of it. Um, both figures fit in the car at the same time. They have some wide shoulders. Well, he's reworked the seats and things on the car. My question that I'm sure somebody asked, I completely forgot to, was do the doors open? Because
Well,
this
and
one has
that's been asked
a roll bar.
before. Yeah, I saw that get asked before and a couple other things, and no one really can account whether the doors were open or not because it's not like we were touching and manhandling this thing. It was there to be seen, not touched, kind of deal. But I had been curious about that too. Like these figures seem articulate, but do I have to shimmy them into the window like they did in the show? You know?
Yeah, I don't care how low he makes the seats, they ain't going in through the window and
No.
getting
And
in
I
the seat.
remember the original toy when I was a kid had a hatch in the roof underneath the flag. It would just the flag, you'd flip it up and you could slide the figures in there. So I was
Yeah,
kind of, I forgot to check this out to see if there was like a removable roof or anything, but
yeah. I don't, he didn't mention anything about it. I think that would be a
it doesn't look
selling
like it.
he could. So,
Mm.
yeah, the roll bar's new. So,
And
yes,
just to touch on, go
shouldn't.
ahead, finish.
You guys gonna say, yeah, the doors shouldn't open to be accurate for the show, but you're gonna have to fudge something because they ain't going in there if you can't open the
Yeah.
doors and the roof doesn't come off.
Human bodies are soft, figures are not, right? We bend in ways these can't. So those guys can climb in the windows with grace. We're gonna spend what a half hour and scrape up our figures, frustrated jamming them in there. He's had to
It's
have devised a way to get them in. I suspect the doors would probably open.
it's taken me that long to get two hands on a steering wheel in that car.
So one thing I wanted to mention. I'll say that, Ace did in fact discuss some sort of details about pricing on some of this stuff. And Darren then was vague about it because he's been asked to be vague about it because this is the thing about Joefest versus networking online is when you're in that area, you'll have things said to you by these guys that is for public consumption. It's no problem. Maybe people didn't know it, but it's okay if you all know it. And then you have these sidebar discussions, and there is a grace of trust to that where the guy's asking you, okay, I'll tell you this, but don't go making this public knowledge, right? And that's what
Right.
you just saw an example. That's the trust that you get at Joe Fest sometimes with these people once you meet them face to face and they get to know you a bit.
Absolutely. Say what's up to War Wounds 33 checking in, saying Q Q Q. What's up, man?
QQQ.
Uh, the Migo version had the flip top roof. Was what we were
Yeah,
looking.
Amigo.
Migo is what we were looking for. We're looking for
Mhm.
Migo. Yeah, he's got several things. He hasn't really confirmed making the police car. He wants to.
Um, I overheard him saying how bad he wanted to, and he acknowledged like two other cars on the list, and then somebody else brought the third. He acknowledged that he should do a Roscoe Pico train police car, a Boss Hog Cadillac wagon, and then others reminded him about the Daisy Duke Jeep with the Eagle. Right, so he was acknowledging a desire for all of those. Whether or not he's going to do them all, that's Future Ace's problem. He's dealing with this right
Where's
now.
where's the love for Coder? How come Coder gets no love?
I think he got mentioned. Well, I didn't mention him, but yeah, fair
We
point.
like we like some
Is Kuda's
Coder.
Garage here? Because he's probably offended
No,
me.
I hadn't seen him. So,
No.
what's up, Gonzo? How you doing, man? Yeah, Coder's tow truck. It's right, man. A tow truck would
No.
be fucking expensive, dude. So,
But
all right,
wouldn't you love it? Yeah.
I would. So I got one more from Ramen. So these are somebody said tanks earlier. These are the new tanks. So they're up
Mhm.
early bird on the site for 160, which is a good price on these tanks, man. Especially with the extra plow. And like I said, I think the blast effect comes with it this time. So
Yeah, I wasn't tracking. He had the blast effect for sale separately too, I think. I didn't
yeah,
bother
that
picking it up. Yeah, but
I went to go back and get it and he sold out. I didn't
there you
get
go.
it when I bought my razor pack. I was gonna come back and get it, and they were sold out. They sold out of it, and they sold out of the Marshall. Oh,
There you go. So,
Hinder Collector is in the house. What's going on,
mm,
man? Good
and
to see you.
I totally told Hinder Collector, I said, me and Three Star got the same stickers. I think the ones we're sending you are going to be coming from him, but we still have to go through them to make sure that we've got them all covered. But pretty sure you're
Yeah,
covered, bud. Yeah.
yeah, you got plenty coming your way. So what's up, Stanley,
Yeah.
rejoining us? All right, now let's get into the real the real Joe Fest. That was all. So this is what I wanted to
Well,
showcase here.
absolutely. And then we're going to have to go back through pickups at some point too.
We can do some pickups right now before we get into these if you want.
Why don't we give them another pickup each and then we'll roll into that and then we'll just pick up loose ends at the end.
All right, that'll work.
Okay. So you go first for the pickup. I went first last time.
All right, so the what do I have sitting over here? So I've mentioned these, so I'll do these. Did go get in that box in that line for the Savage Crucible, as I mentioned, and did pick up that exclusive, the Dravarthi
Nice.
Sentinel. I did pick that dude up. Did go get him, and while I was in line, I got extremely lucky. And for the day on Friday, I got the third to the last Elric of Melon Bone. They only brought something like 60 to the show, and I was able to score one finally. And funny enough, Pop Blender got the last one on Friday, and right behind him in line, who was also going to get one of these, was War Chest. War Chest. Pop got War
Mhm.
Chest.
I heard
Elric.
that story last night on Pop's show with Matthew.
So, so
That
those
was
two are
funny.
going to count. Those two are going to count as one. And then I got this guy. I got the Red Shadows, the Skeletron Red Shadows Assault Trooper. This is the only Skeletron figure I have so far. This is my first one, so I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to getting this guy out. I did get to mess around with it. White Mike Vegeta, had his out, and he kind of let me and Punk mess around with it and pose it a little bit.
Yeah, I
It's
got to
neat.
play with it too. Their
Yeah, you were there.
backpacks are something to behold, man. They've got the
Yeah,
backpack system to beat all backpack systems. Those things. I almost
yeah.
bought one, but I was out of luggage space. I knew I wasn't going to get that box home without unpacking it and doing things, so I just didn't bother. I bought a smaller set instead. All right, you showed two, so I'm going to show that. First off, I got my Sergeant Slaughter autograph. This was why I was getting annoyed because my luggage hadn't showed up. Because if you'll pay attention, those of us in Ottawa are very familiar with this one. This is the one that he stopped at a print of something like 1,000 of them. He said, "Stop it and repackage this," because his cover wasn't on his head. Sergeant Slaughter is really proud and always puts his cover on his head and made sure all of his figures had it. Yet, in the audacity of Hasbro, they neglected that for the Mad Marauders. So a bunch of these went to Ottawa. And he confirmed that when I was in the line asking if he signed it. And they were like, "Oh, it's one of these." And they were like, "These all went to Ottawa." And I'm like, "I know, I flew in from Ottawa." Right. So he signed that to me and he made sure that he didn't write over his face or his hat there. I did pay for it. It wasn't free, of course, but it definitely a cool
No,
signature using all those markers, right? So he made that really nice to look at for me. I just wish I hadn't given him such a banged up box, but that was the fate of holding on for this for a year or so. So that was one
right.
exclusive thing. I still have more, but I'll show you this one because we passed by the Delta 17 stuff. And I did get the Delta 17 exclusive Shepherd and Jaguar Desert set from those guys. Had to have it. Again, it didn't make it back in the luggage and tax. Oh, darn. I guess I have to open it and possibly review it. But there you go.
Oh, oh
Those are mine.
no.
Oh no, content for the channel. But yes, there we go. Those are my two pickups there. Now we can get into memories.
All right, let's talk about some. These are some of the pictures I took of just people and events, things going on. A lot of these are at the end of my Joefest video. There's a very long slideshow at the end of that. So I hope people watch it. I know it's watching pictures to music, but it really does kind of encompass the feeling of it. So, all right. So this was when you got there Friday night. You
Oh
know
man,
what?
what a night.
Yeah, so I was setting up. Everybody was exhausted, but nobody goes to bed. So setting up, and I knew you were on the way, and you were almost there. And I was kept checking my phone, waiting on you to be like, "All right, man, are you where you at? I'm on the way." Blah blah. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I knew you were on the way there, and I got up and went to the room. I don't remember what I got up and did. And I come and sat back down, and here you come running up to me. Little did I know you'd had already been in and kind of made a quick lap because some people had already seen you. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I wish you'd have told me because I wanted to go out. I had my camera on standby there on my chest. I was going to go outside and film you pulling up. So you got me.
Yeah, so I was utterly fucking exhausted coming in there, and I was greeted by the door. I stared in the window and was trying to make eye contact with Tony Figs because I felt like he was looking right through me, through the glass, through me, and then I was trying to puff back a quick cigarette and then go in. And I went in and I was greeted immediately by Stanley Eberhardt and GI Jetman, like in sequence, right? Because they were closer to the entrance anyways. So Stanley was very, grateful to see me. Like, great to meet you. Finally meet you. Got to meet Stanley, and he gave me the token cup that he brought for everyone from the arena that he worked at, and he gave me a nice original 6 NHL hat that he's had for a while because he works in hockey, right? So he knows Canadian guy. And then yes, I made my way around the room, saw Ponk and the others, and when I saw you, I was like, there's my sense of relief. Now he'll know I made it safe and everything like that. But you could see my face. Look how tired I am.
Yeah, you've been up for over 30 hours, right?
More than that, yeah. We were pushing 40 at some point, I think, there. Because I still stayed up for another hour or two after this, right?
Yeah, so we stayed up for a bit after that, after you finally got there, and that's when of course I found out they lost your damn luggage and all you had was what was in your carry-on.
Yeah.
Uh so Todd, I'm was just about to announce that he is
Yeah.
indeed here. That's SCS Dog we got to hang
Yo.
out with. That's him. There's some other pictures of him. He's in the video. We hung out with the SCS just about all weekend. Weekend at Bernie's. That's kind of what it
He
looks
was,
like.
yeah,
You need some
absolutely. They were
glasses.
controlling me with strings.
You need some glasses, brother. So right
Yeah.
after that one, we took this one with Mr.
Steve
Steve Martin.
Martin. Man, what a great dude. Like, I swear to God, I hope he's back in Virginia every Christmas playing the best damn Santa Claus any kid could ask for, man. This guy's sense of humor is amazing.
Merry Christmas, you won't drink.
Yep. Even his wife got me off guard. Like, I just saw her in the elevator because they were going up with his daughter. He's like, "Yo, Crow, this is my wife. I'm married to this beautiful woman over here." And I went in and waved in, and I can't remember what comment incited it, but next thing I knew, my wrist was grabbed and I was yanked into the elevator by his wife.
Clint Jorgensen's checking in, another guy that we got to hang out with a bit, and another guy that I don't think I got a damn picture with on my phone. I know we took one on his, but I swear we took one on mine. But
no, and I should check. I might have a picture of you and Clint on mine because I had the ones of me and Clint and his family in there. And I want to say thank you for letting me take pictures of your great family, Clint, because I had a really good time getting to know them a little bit at Club Tarkin and outside splashing in the puddles with your young one. So I apologize for not asking permission, but I think they might have shown up in my video short that I put out the other day. So just know that I do that with respect. There's Stanley and Pop.
It was as Pop pops into the chat cleaning up at work. Looks there was a bar was crowded with people watching the soccer game. These are not in order by day. I just kind of randomly put them in there. So this was from Saturday night with some other pictures that are kind of in order later. It's just one I threw in, a Stanley and Pop. And there's a good one, a Crow and Joe Hunter sitting there chilling. This was on Sunday.
And that's funny because we were at the airport and didn't recognize each other that well. And we were so tired on the way back that we didn't really say much to each other, except I did tell him that he missed Hama by an hour. I forgot that we had sat there in the lobby.
That's me saying, why is Pop peeing behind the couch? That would have been Sunday night, maybe.
Well, that's true now because remember, we're the first stream to recap this. So, guys, Pop was pissing behind the couch there.
Saturday night, you heard it. You heard it here first. Pop Blender took a leak behind the couch.
He'll try and deny it later, but we have the evidence. Stanley knows.
And Stanley was trying to look away, but he was just laughing his ass off because he
was Pop's lookout. Pop was like, "Stanley, cover me."
I'm gonna hide behind this post and piss on the couch. So we took this one. We went out to you went out to go have a smoke, and we run into these guys, fine gentlemen in the smoking section. So
that's true. Yeah.
Daredevil Dave and Loki Wartooth hanging out there with us as always.
And I'm going to put a hard emphasis on this. Loki was having probably the best year at this event because of things he was enabled to do through hard work. Yeah, no upper deckers. Yeah. So I was really happy for Loki. He was just all happy and excited and just able to enjoy that show. And he got some real cool opportunities he can tell you all about. But Dave has never been stronger. Dave came back from this Joefest more energetic, stronger than ever. There was no chance of any problems with Dave passing out or anything. So the past is the past. Dave, your record is expunged. May it never be brought up again.
Lots of electrolytes on this trip. So
doesn't even worth the joke. No more Gatorade mentions.
That's right. And yeah, Loki had some some great experience. I'm not gonna steal his thunder, but I hope he talks
Well,
about that somewhere.
he gave
Something
me
he
a
got to
cool
do was
3D.
amazing.
Yeah. He gave me a cool 3D printed head of a Cobra officer, and he told me the backstory for it. I'm not going to show it here until I got it painted up, but that was really cool. I appreciated that.
Nice. So we'll get into some of the selfies that I actually did have on my phone. This is
Mhm.
me and Maximum Warp hanging out.
Yeah, met
There
him
is
too.
Crow and Mr.
See,
Lonzo Wilkinson.
I don't have this picture. You need to send this to me. I was so distraught looking for it today when I was
I
doing my short. Yes, thank you.
Well, so I actually did send it to you, but it was down there on that convention floor, and I bet it never went through.
Oh,
I
probably
sent it
not.
to
We'll
you
have to just,
right after.
yeah.
Right after we
Oh,
took it, you said you'll have to send those to me, and I said done, but I guess they didn't go through.
no, they didn't go through. And that might be what's happened with a few of them. So we'll have to double check what we were supposed to send each other and just go through it. Yeah. There is
Uh,
Lonzo, great dude, very humble dude, man. For
yeah,
the talent he
very,
has, yeah, it doesn't fit the package, man.
very amazing, talented guys. Very friendly, very down to earth, very quiet. So
Yeah.
not rowdy or anything. He's just a good dude, man, with some amazing talent.
Yeah,
He's a
man.
good little.
And like I said, very humble about it. There was a couple of guys in this community doing these customs that I would say are guilty of undervaluing their time and their efforts when they're doing their customs. And I would say Lonzo Wilkinson was almost at risk of that. I think he does know his worth. I think he's just fearful that that it would be more than what people would think, but we all know his customs are among the best in the community. So he got to
Yeah,
show that to some other important people at the show. So I was really happy for him.
yeah. I hope that opens some doors for him in the future.
100%.
As far as painting and stuff.
Yeah,
But good dude. So there's another good
great dude.
dude, Daredevil Dave here.
Yeah,
Got a few. Yeah, I had a few pictures with Dave. That one was a good
for
one.
sure.
Seagram here,
Yeah, the
walking
window
around out
viper.
in the lobby. Yeah, so was out hanging out in the lobby on Saturday out front. This is out in front of where you go into the convention. A lot of
Yep.
3D printed vendors and stuff out there. Good stuff out there. We got to meet that guy. Got to meet
Python
see
came
that
down for
guy.
one day and we caught him. Yeah.
Yep. I knew Mython was going to be there. He'd already told me, but I hadn't talked to him for about a week or so. So I'm glad he was able to make it. Had his wife with him. The picture that I have in my video was Mython and his wife. So here I just put this one in there.
Mhm.
Great dude. Mython's one of the best dudes in the community. He's one of the guys that can be in all the chats and stay neutral to all this silliness that goes on sometimes.
Yeah, and behind him you can see Steve, and that's the most serious expression I think I've seen Steve the whole time having on his face. But I also loved his Joe Spirit and Storm Shadow shirt where they're what was it, giving each other the finger or something? I
Yeah,
couldn't
flipping
remember.
each other off.
Yeah,
Yeah. And actually, when because this was right in front of the boss fight booth and
yeah,
I'm sure at that point Steve was probably listening to something Lenny was saying, but I
I think
did
so.
hear Lenny tell him he loved that shirt.
Yeah, it's a great shirt. Yeah,
No, then there is, of course, me and Steve, and there's a little better shot of his shirt.
there we go.
Then
If we're gonna be stuck in this cavern together.
that's right. So here's this dude I've known for many a year. This is not at Joefest. This is at Bucky's. On the way to Bucky's, that's Pop Blender when he wears a different hat.
The day drink.
Uh,
It's funny because it's true.
it's funny because it's true. Good shot of Pop out in the lobby talking to GI Bro here. Rich got to hang out with
Yeah,
him quite a bit.
See, he's actually trying to physically intimidate him. Look at him posing his arm right there, and
That's
Rich is like sitting there taking it.
that was actually what they were doing. That's what he
Yep.
was showing him his arms, and I thought I had it on video, but I guess I just took a still of it. But he was sitting there telling Rich about his workout routine and how his arms got so big. It was fucking hilarious.
Yep. Doing these bottle tricks behind the bar gave me an extra tricep.
Yep. I'm going to go back to this comment I showed from 19 JJ's here. Totally cool. A bunch of people with their families can get together and have a blast and enjoy each other's company with all the BS going on in the world. So, it
Yeah,
was
and
true.
that was that. I would say that's probably one of the nicest things that was absolutely true about this. And this was something that Baldy Locks brought up to me. I had two things in my hand. You remember this, Darren, that I had just bought not 20 minutes prior. It was a thing from Ramen Toys and an Action Force fig, about $100 worth of product. And I got talking to these guys, and we started going back place to place. And at some point, I had set these down. $100 worth of product. Took me about 45 minutes to realize I wasn't carting them around anymore. And I was pretty sure somebody had walked off with them by that point, and I wasn't going to find them. And retracing my steps, I wasn't finding them and anything like that. And I remember guys wanting to help find them and things, but they didn't even know where to start. And Baldy Locks turned to me and he's like, "You got to have more faith in this," and things like that, or something to that effect. And he was really positive that I'd find those things and nobody would have taken them and anything like that. And I found them at JMK Customs. So, family friendly environment, absolutely. Everybody's on their best behavior there. As far as I could tell, those cops were bored, right?
Yeah, they didn't have a lot to do. And like there might have been somebody trying to jack something somewhere, steal something, but I never saw anything. Like they were probably sitting there going, "Look at all these nerds, but this is the easiest money I'm gonna make all month."
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Let's see what we got next. So this is Jay from Yojo Depot. I always talk about that store, and I've
Yeah.
introduced some of you guys to Jay. I introduced you to him, Crow.
Yeah.
He was there with his booth. So he always like to throw a picture of Jay in there. Let's see. Man saying thanking Steve for helping him get Larry Hama's autograph. So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Lots of support on getting the Hama stuff from friends. That's cool, man. You guys knew it was a
Yeah.
big deal.
Tony popping in here, Legend Series, saying hello, friends. What's up, man?
Hello. Good to see you, brother. We missed you. We understood, but we missed you.
Yeah, I wish you'd have been able to make it, man. But I mean, that's the way
Would have been
it is
great.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Perhaps
so
another
I did.
time.
I did mention you'd see SCS Dog again. Here he is on Friday night hanging out. This was probably right before Crow got there, or not long before it, I think.
Or even just after, because I think we were just kind of sitting close to each other and moving the camera around. Like
Maybe.
selfies and stickers. Selfies and stickers were the biggest responses to greeting. It's like dogs sniffing each other ass. We just go around
Yeah.
like, selfie, sticker, I got one
Yep.
too.
Yep, that's exactly what it is like there. So that's when I got to talk to Ace, and right before, um, actually, no, I think I got this picture earlier in the day, and then come back. I was waiting on him to
Well,
slow
I
down.
was gonna say he still had a blast effect left, so it must have been earlier. And what a
It
great
was
picture,
it
actually.
was it was Saturday for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one come out really well.
it did. Yeah.
So Adam Shark Eyes, who's here in the chat with us, at least he was a few minutes ago, did a stream on Friday for called the No Fest, and we all saw it pop up in our notifications. So he had people own and watching, I guess, that weren't able to go to Joefest. So I
Sure.
waited until that stream started. Ah, there he is. He's still here. I waited until his stream started, and I took this picture and this picture, and this picture, and this picture to send to him to say hi from
Nice.
Joefest. And let him know that we missed him being there. So,
Yeah, I
um,
remember this.
that would be Eric. That's a good idea. I don't know what the film for those things costs, but that would actually not be a bad idea.
Be great for
Um,
a scrapbook for sure.
hell yeah. So there's John from
There's the
Top 5
man.
Retro Toys 3D. Hell of a good
Yep.
dude.
Super dude. Totally hooked me up because you so there was all sorts of different passes out there. But I got the vendor pass because John had that set aside for me for almost a year with my name on it. Again, another person I would have had to have contacted if I couldn't get my flights figured out, right? John, I
Right.
don't need the amazing pass that gave me access to everything before everybody. Right? Not that I actually exploited that. I really didn't pick up anything that anybody couldn't have picked up at any point during the day, right? So,
Right.
yeah.
John's a great dude. It's always fun seeing him again and hanging out with
And
him.
and they kind of fucked him. They don't mean to fuck any of the vendors, I don't think, but they stuck him up on the second floor. And I remember in 2024 when I first met him at Joefest, he was right in the middle of the action and things were great. And this time, people had to go upstairs to the corridors to access him, and it wasn't as optimal for him. And I felt bad. I know he's really looking forward to making sure that's changed for next year.
Yeah, I mean, he said he did pretty good up there, but
Yeah,
there's a lot more action downstairs, so it's always going to
there's
be better to be on the main floor. Um,
absolutely.
so, all right, so go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying anything, but there's White Mike.
Oh, yep. So there's White Mike Vegeta. Always good to see him. He goes to just about everything uh that's down this way. Like he's
Mhm.
always at Joe Fest. I saw him at Toylanta both times. So he's a good dude. He's always got some cool customs. He's passing out his customary crates that he made and his
Yeah,
gym pins. So
I
always
still
good
have
to
the
see him.
one. I still have the one he handed me in 2024, and I forgot to ask him for one from this Joe Fest. But I mean, it was just so fast. Yeah, who thinks of these
Oh
things at
yeah.
the time? But I know he had some. I saw people, complimenting the ones that they had gotten, and I kept meaning to stop him and ask. But that guy was always smiling every point I ever saw them, and I never didn't want to interrupt whatever it was he was smiling about. So
Yeah, Mike's
yeah,
a good dude. I think he'd given
he
them
really
away by
is
the time I really got to talk to him. So he gave me one of his gym pins. So
nice.
uh that's between you guys. That was so funny. All right. Then I got one with Joe Hunter and Casey, the podcast from the
Yeah,
pit.
was watching them
Again,
earlier tonight.
finally got to talk to Hillbilly Eric Harper this year. And again, I thought I got a picture with him with my phone, and I don't have one. I know we took one on his, and he did one of his uh, minute interviews with me. I don't know if he's put it out yet, but I thought I had a picture with Eric too. But there's Casey and Joe Hunter, great dudes.
Yeah, it was
There's
nice to
Jet
meet them.
Man.
Yeah, there's a good dude right there.
There's GI Jet Man, and I am gonna minimize this real quick. And so I did get this from Jetman. He made the signs for folks. So
Yeah.
you kind of showed yours, and I'll put you back up here so you can show yours. But on the back, he also put a pretzel.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And yeah, I didn't realize he
So
had put pretzel on the back of yours. It's because I haven't publicly told him my cat's names. I've got this one, and then he was trying to put it on there as well. So he was working with the work, and I love it. A Canadian red and white, buddy. That was insightful too. So I appreciated it, and it's a perfect size for a little backdrop piece. Just like Ace Heartbreaker by Action Figs. These things kind of go together pretty nicely on shelves, right? As souvenirs.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So did get that. So got to hang out with this dude a good bit. Get old
Oh,
Bobby B from B's Battlegrounds.
yeah. A fun guy, man. He really was a fun guy to talk to.
Yeah, it was fun seeing him again. I met him at Toylanta last year. Um and I'm glad he was able to make it and hang out, and it's just fun dude, man. He's
Yeah.
down to earth, just a good fun dude to talk to. And back here in
Here's the
back.
figure I bought off him right here.
Oh, hold on.
No, that's one. We were so I was so worried that he was going to get me into acid rain, and this is the figure he did it with right there. This thing is damn cool. But Bobby hooked me up with that, and I've been talking to him about this line since. And I think there's a real danger that the more I talk to him about things that are coming, the more I'm going to be spending. So we'll limit it. But I really enjoyed talking to him about stuff when we were there. Right, it wasn't just about the figure. I had to meet the guy. He was another service member, an MP. Right, so.
Yeah, those are cool, man. I just hadn't jumped into them yet.
Chappie, like acid rain.
Kinda
That's all I could think of. Chappie.
Scared.
Yeah.
Kind of scared to get into those.
Well, they're not expensive, I guess.
Well, they're somehow their 1/18 figures are more expensive than their 1/12 figures, and I keep thinking about those prices.
Yeah, right. But they got a lot of vehicles for those too, and other like multi-purpose sets. These I think are just taking off. So I don't know, Bobby. If you guys like Acid Ray and want to find more about it, go check out Bobby B's Battlegrounds. He's done a lot of them.
He said he has them all. He has everything.
Yeah,
he's got everything.
I'm gonna treat my review on those things as a one-off and leave it at that till I see if I can get more.
All right. Got War Chest full of toys joining us, saying War Chest is here. Good hanging out with Scott. It's always good to see him. And again, I thought I took a selfie with Scott, but apparently I didn't, because it ain't on my phone and it ain't in this slideshow.
Well, we'll check mine because I have some with Scott. So
and then Jetman saying he tried to clear it with a spray, but it burnt the foam board. Yeah, that I've done that before.
Hey, buddy, it turned out really nice. There wasn't any complaints. I just appreciate the efforts and the thought. So great. I've worked with this stuff too, man. Spray paint, and you think you protected it? No. Oops.
War Chest wanting to know, what number did you get on the Acid Rain figure?
P6.
All right, because I have no idea what that means.
So apparently it's relevant. They're blindly boxed with numbers on their head. And Proteus 6, I guess that's his designate we're talking about on that head, and other ones have 5, 3, 2, 1, etc.
Okay.
But I missed there. 4.
Word. So Adam saying, "Great Scott." Had to have a sidebar conversation there just a second.
No worries.
I did. Okay, so he says, I was thinking I didn't get one of Lone Dragon too. I was like, surely you've got to be at least in the background somewhere. So good to know. All right, let me get back to my slide here. So this one was another one. I wish it wasn't so freaking blurry.
I know. Yeah.
Got me and Bobby B, Baldy Locks in the middle, and freaking Zakanen at Joefest. I thought I had a selfie with him. I know I have a picture, at least 2 on his phone. Apparently, I did not take one with my phone, but I do have video of him taking one of the selfies on his phone. It's in the video.
Nice.
I never met Zakanen before.
I didn't even really. I thought he knew he was coming. I totally forgot until he got there, and it was awesome because the translucent one really does light up a room when he's in it. He's a very nice guy to talk to.
Like I said, man, I've never met him. You see him everywhere, and he's another one of those guys. He's kind of like Mython. He can go on just about any show and not drag a bunch of bullshit with it.
Yep.
He was um there's probably not many people on YouTube, at least doing toys, that have as much charisma as that dude does. He is born for
Yeah.
it.
I was being smart ass about calling him translucent and lighting up a room, but it's true. He really was like just, it wasn't like he was too much energy dominating conversations. He was just at the perfect vibe the whole time. And I only mention it because I only saw him for a brief while and then he was gone. Right.
Yeah, I think he was only there like maybe a day and a half. I don't think he was there
Yeah.
um
So
the whole
he brought,
time.
what is it they say? He burned twice as bright, half as
Yeah,
long.
there you go.
Yeah.
But it was fun meeting him, and when I went up to him, when I passed him, he was talking to somebody, and I just kind of walked up because I was going to say hi, and he looked at me, and he was like held his finger up with the look on his face, like, I know you, but I don't know you, and he kind of pointed and
Hmm.
kind of squinted, and I was like, 3-star draw. He said, "That's it." He said, he's like, "I know who you are, but I couldn't put the name with it." And I was like, "Yep." So we talked for a
Yeah.
few minutes. So it was good to see that dude, man. He's fun. He's fun to hang out with.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
Cooters and Cypher 6-3, their comments there kind of highlight exactly what we're talking about. Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Very
what's
awesome
up, dude?
person. He's genuinely like what he is on the show. He's got that humor at all times, right? But also what Cypher 6-3 was saying was be seen, be heard, be gone. Like that was a lot of us, right? And just passing
Yeah.
glances of conversation, 3 minutes or less, and you do it over and over again for 36, 48 hours, right?
Yeah, and then you'll kind of keep running back into folks every now and then. So
Exactly.
talk to him a few more times.
Yeah.
So this was Sunday night. This was the end. It was just about. I think you think you'd already gone to bed at this point. So before you had to get up for your meeting with Mr. Hama. This was Ray Murphy from Ireland. He set up, and he and his brother. I can't ever remember his damn brother's name.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I saw them both there. I can't remember him either. Like the
uh,
names.
Ed'll know. I can never remember his brother's name, but I got
Mhm.
a picture with him because Punk didn't even realize it. He had gone to bed because he had to get up kind of early Monday. So for the last 3 years, Ray and I have worn these shirts on the same night. And we did it
That was it.
last year, and Punk was cracking up because he was having everybody sign the book from the year before. And he was with his pictures, and he was looking at the pictures. He's like, "Oh my God, you guys are wearing the exact same shirt as you were last year when we did this." So he and I both wore the same shirt, or brought the same shirt. And earlier I said, "Did you bring your shirt?" He said, "Oh yeah." So we wore them Sunday night, and Lawrence was, I guess, so tired he didn't even realize it. And we were sitting there, and I said, "Oh shit, that's the shirt." And he's like, "What?" And I said, "The shirt." And I pointed at mine, and he started cracking up. And I said, "Let's take a picture, and I'm gonna send it to Lawrence," because he had just gone to bed. And
Okay.
we did. And he's like, he messaged me back and was like, "Holy shit," and laughing. So
Mhm.
that was fun.
Yeah. Oh, sure,
Yeah,
guys. We know.
we know. We
If
know.
you guys are trying to figure out, some of you are new to these chats, right? Yeah, shark eyes and bees get their toys from the Pacifica, so they get
They
them from
are
the future, way ahead
they
of us here on this continent.
they are the head of the algorithm mafia. If Adam had have been there and Travis Moody had have been there, the entire algorithm mafia would have been under
But
one roof.
exactly, and I'm going to ask them right in the comments. Shark eyes and Bob. Well, Bobby isn't here, but shark eyes. Let me know. Did you guys? Did I get the Ninja Force Scarlet and Jabang before you guys, or did you guys get those a year ago and I just forgot?
So here is Mr. Corey Cantaloupe. I got to
Yep.
talk to him during the day,
Very
got good
nice dude.
pictures. Great guy. I've talked to Corey once or twice before. Talked to him in 24 at Joefest, and I saw him somewhere else, but got to have some fun with that dude hanging out a little bit later. And then back
Yeah,
here in the background, we can
they're the
see
most
Loki,
troublemakers.
Dave, Evil Dookie. Look like there's a couple other people back there too. Is that
Yeah,
BX?
is
BX
that
with
BX? I was trying to figure if that was BX or Punk, but I think
it's
it's
not Punk.
BX.
I think it's
Punk didn't
BX.
wear a hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
Corey was. This was my first time meeting Corey, and he was way more pleasant than I expected. Like just high energy, pleasant, but contemplative. Like he didn't speak a lot, but he spoke willingly.
yeah, Corey's got some stories, man. He's really
Mhm.
fun to talk to, really easy dude to talk to.
For sure.
Adam saying they do not have the ninja set.
Hey, this isn't a competition kind of thing. I'm just making sure which time zone I'm in. Sometimes that's all, man. That's all.
And you got your Judy chop, all right? You got your karate chop, and you got your ninja chop.
Yep. And I wanted to plug my video. Make sure you check out my review of the Ninja for Scarlet Ninja Bang. Who's that guy?
As it was spoke. So I think this was one that a lot of people really wanted to go meet was Mr. Lenny. And of course, having he and Corey there together was really, really fun to have both of those guys together and talk to them. They were just,
Absolutely.
both of them were awesome to meet. I've already told my story about Lenny. This is right after he saw my screensaver, whatnot. So I'm all squinty because I'm like, you talked about my dog. I did get the opportunity to talk to him a couple more times, and one of them was Sunday morning. He was sitting by himself waiting on Corey to come down so they could leave, and I didn't want to bother him. He was having his coffee, but we just started talking and talked to him for a few minutes, and it's a good dude. I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna let you have your time. Thanks for coming and talking to us. So he did talk. It's not really stuff that's for a stream.
Yeah.
He didn't really say anything detrimental or derogatory, but he did tell us about some stuff that kind of went on while they were
And
there,
and
restraints
that's the
they had. That was about it.
that's the stuff I was trying to allude to earlier when I was talking about that trust. And you got to know the difference of the conversations you're having and the people you're having them with, right? Those conversations can only serve you so much sometimes. You can't go public with some stuff.
Yeah. I don't think he told us any top secret stuff, but it
No.
was small group kind of stuff. So it's just kind of if you were there, you were there. So Stanley a couple of years ago sent a postcard in about wanting them to do a river otter for a pet, and he sent it to Lenny. And he asked Lenny about it. And Lenny said, "You were the guy that sent the postcard." He said, I got it. I still have it. And just as Stanley says here, he kept it and had it in his studio or his office at Hasbro. And when he left, he took the postcard home with him, and he's got it at home now. So I thought
That's
that
awesome.
was freaking awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
So then here is the fabled Nacho Mamas. When we
Yeah.
went, Punk has a much better, or Ed, one of them, have a much better picture of this from the other end. I knew I was shooting into the white, but that's
Yeah.
Punk and Ed down there at the end. So that was a good time.
That was a hot walk, man. I joined you guys a few minutes after you got there, and I was
Yeah.
boiling just from the walk there, and it was only like 2 blocks.
Yeah, it was awful, and it wasn't even that late either. So
No.
was
But
not even that late.
for anyone that hasn't been to Joefest and you want to know a place to eat that's local, you can get there within about 5 minutes of walking, and the food is actually really affordable and not too bad. Actually, it was pretty good. It was a nice experience because up in Canada we don't get the real traditional southern kind of Mexican food. We get the knockoffs, right? So
Yeah, it was good. It didn't seem like it was as good this time as it has been the last couple times, but it was still very good.
Mm.
So as we were just talking about, one of the things about this show was Saturday night, we're all sitting in the lobby, just kind of hanging out. Crow had gone to bed, unfortunately, by this time.
Yeah.
So we were just sitting around talking, a lot of people. Um, and Lenny walks up, and we're just sitting around on these couches, these chairs, and Lenny comes walking up and sits down and just starts talking to us. And people, that we knew, people and watch our chats, punks chat, whatever, our circle, whatever, um, wandered up and kind of amassed. And we just sat there for 2 hours and let Lenny talk to us, and he also took questions from us, and nobody really pried or tried to get anything they knew that he probably couldn't or wouldn't talk about out of him. Um, one of my questions to him was, "What point did you know the classified line was going to be a hit and y'all had something on your hands?" Um, and he said somewhere around the like storm shadow, somewhere in that area, those numbers. But I recorded nothing, but I did take a few pictures that didn't really come out that great. In this one, you can see Corey also come down and join this discussion
Mm.
45 minutes into it and sit with us. So we just sat there. There's Steve and G.I. Bro and B, and
Yeah.
a very bad picture, blurry picture, of just Lenny sitting there, Baldy next to him, just
This
telling us
this comes
stories.
off as this comes off as though it's probably the quietest that area was ever. That whole time was just people weren't going to have sidebar discussions when these two were sitting down and chatting with us. But I missed it, but I can already hear it. You know.
Yeah. And this was an earlier picture than this one, because obviously Corey had come up and sat down beside him at this one, but this was the better of the pictures with Lenny in it. And
Mhm.
Baldy is just like looking, and he looked like that, around the most of that conversation. But I think he was looking at me thinking, I hope you're not recording any of this. And
Yep. The liabilities. Yeah.
yeah, of course I didn't. I was just taking some stills. So, but this was a hell of an experience, man. Oh, there's
Must
Lone
have been.
Dragons, man. You can see my legs.
Yep. They're there.
They're
They're behind
on the
me.
other side of Rich. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was from about 1 a.m. to 4 o'clock in the morning. It was right about 3 hours that we got to talk to Lenny and to Corey. Um, and yes, man, it was loud because you've been upstairs, Adam. You know how loud it is upstairs from the roar of the upstairs crowd. And there were still people sitting back further into the lobby by the coffee shop. So everybody was trying to be quiet to hear, what he was telling us and the answers to the questions that people asked. Yeah, Jet man, it's right. You are sitting there next to B.
There we go.
But then I got to talk
Ah,
about this right here.
Club Turkey.
We did
It
do Club
happened.
Tarkin. There
It,
was definitely Club Tarkin this year. There was always going to be Club Tarkin this year. Um, so I took the Cobra News Now team and had some friends join. So I got not one but two custom Club Tarkin Grand Moff Tarkin figures gifted to me. One up here in the front was from Daredevil Dave, and he also made the service droid with the
that's
sunscreen and
awesome.
snacks.
Yeah, that's
And
so cool.
over here with this awesome pink flamingo in the inner tubes, well, and
Yeah.
the lay. This one was from Stanley. So those guys each gifted me a custom Grand Moff Club Tarkin. And then over here we've got Snake Eater Crow's figure.
Yeah.
And then there's the Cobra News Now team. And then we got them hanging out. And we got those guys. And I do. Nope, it's not the one I want. Let's go to that one. I do have those guys right here. They're here for the show, so they're our actual official club Tarkin figures now. So let me see one more on these guys. So there's Dick King holding the stickers down because it was a little windy out there when we got down there and got set up. And then this was just one I took with the 360 camera Sunday night of us.
That's
just
cool.
sitting there.
Yeah. That's kind of funky, actually. Go back to that just for a second. The longer you look at the outer perimeter of it, the more questions you end up with. But yeah, I can see where you took it from.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I just threw that one in. And then, of course, here's you and I talking again when you got there that night.
Yeah.
And I'm going to end it with that one.
Yeah, man, that was good times.
I thought that one would be a good one to end that slideshow with.
Yeah. More you'll have to send me. I'm not sure I have that one. I don't think I do.
We got Kenzo's Creations popping in here. What's up, Kenzo?
Kenzo.
We did have a good time. It was fun. So
yeah.
Steve saying the only time I've ever strolled into a hotel room after 4 a.m. and my wife didn't ask where the hell I've been. So let's finish our pickups because I got a couple questions for you.
Okay, why don't you do one first, and I'm gonna take care of something that I need both hands for.
Well, as I turn my camera off to swallow pills.
Yeah. Jeez, I didn't notice. Sorry.
Good times. So I am going to, first thing I'm going to show was not so much as a pickup as something else that was gifted to me along with custom Club Tarkin figure from Dave. Dave made Fring Viper a boat, a little floaty boat. He made him a custom made little boat. Painted it up.
That's awesome.
And it does float. Scrap iron floated around the pool. And if you go watch my Joefest video and watch all the way to the end, you may see a 48-year-old man playing with a pool toy and an action figure in the pool.
Yes, you will.
That just may be in there.
I watched that whole video over coffee this morning, and I know how it ends.
So, all right. Yeah. I've only got, as far as pickup wise, I only have 2 more things because I didn't really buy a whole lot. So I did mention, spent some time over at the Boss Fight booth, and I picked up something I've been wanting to pick up for a while from Boss Fight. I mentioned I wanted one of the Court of the Dead figures, but I wasn't prepared for the price on those just yet because I was still planning on buying that Marshall figure. But I did get this guy that I've had my eye on for quite a while, one of the Epic Hacks skeletons, and of course I bought the Outlaw, so I'm looking forward to getting this guy out. Who can turn down a cowboy skeleton? So
I almost bought that exact same one too. I was thinking about buying Epic Hacks, and it came down to that or a Bear Buck because I had some funny ideas for another thing that I had, but I wound up deciding, no, I better just go and save my money for something else, and I never went back, and I regretted it. But whoa, why am I on full? Holy,
because it's your turn with your juice box.
My juice box. I wanted one more sip. Hey, can we talk about GI Customs? They're a fun group.
We can.
Yeah.
He
So
was there.
yeah. So I got this. Sorry, I didn't bring the other screen over. It's somewhere back over there, but I got one of his consoles there with the clear screen and this slot to stow everything in there, whatnot. And he had a lot of stuff, and he showed off his flag, payment plan kind of reward system. We got briefed on that. Saw his version of the Chameleon and other Cobra vehicles, but yes, the flag tower was there. And I've actually talked to another collector here in Canada, and he's quite interested in that, finding out a bit more because I told him about the what was it, $150 a month payment plan or something like that,
Mhm.
right? So this I thought was really cool. It was a good price. Got 2 screens with it. I should have bought other ones, but I'll just show them collectively. It was kind of buying more background terrain for my videos because you guys know how I like to have lots of different backgrounds, and you see it here. I've bought a fair amount for my videos, but just little 3D vendors that were here or there throughout the show. I bought myself a little droid I liked. Computer panel. Unfortunately, this one got a little banged up on the way back. I'm probably going to paint this up, but leave the screen, stuff like that. But one of my favorites is what I bought for, pardon me, I had the piece of paper in my video. One of my videos, it shows the company that made it. Maybe Darren, you remember who they were, but I bought this for the
Sys 3. The Sys 3.
Sys 3, thank you. Yeah. So I bought these for when my Avalanche Legacy Trooper comes. I have a better stretcher. It's still not ideal for sloping down a mountain, but it is for helicopter lift and other vehicle lifts. And then a much better little case for maybe for Lifeline or maybe for that Avalanche Trooper still. So I've got more pickups, but now it's your turn.
I'm trying to make sure that's their name. It's Sys 3, System 3. They're pretty popular.
Yeah,
3D
they had
little accessories.
They had a lot of cool stuff there, and I did keep the card. And like I said, the videos that I put out, I think I have the card next to them. But they were there at the Joefest I went to in 24 as well. So
Okay. Did I just freeze?
nope, I don't know if you did or didn't.
Am I
I
froze?
hear you. No, you're fine.
Okay. Well,
You feel frozen?
hiccup for just a minute.
Okay.
Not yet. So thank you. Dookie's got it. I knew I was close. Sys 3D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew I was close. Oh yeah, I forgot when I got the Epic Hacks figure, they threw in this little mini skeleton. So I hadn't opened him up yet.
Cool.
It's just a little mini blank skeletons, like a 3 3/4. But the other main thing that I got was the first thing that I went and got in line for when we got there. As soon as I got in, got my pass and got in the door, immediately went to the ramen booth to get the last Centurion. So this is where I went as soon as I got there. So I did grab this dude. They were still up on the site. Like he only brought like 20 to Joefest, and the rest were on the site. Last I looked, they were still up. So just cool. I really wanted it because it's 3D. I mean, I like Centurions, but I wasn't a Centurion nut. I don't have any of the other air commanders that he's done, 80s commanders he's done. But so this dude's name is Peter Mitchell, and suspiciously looking like that Top Gun Maverick head.
Oh, maybe.
Used. Oh, it is. Like so Maverick is Pete Mitchell. So this is Peter Mitchell. So when he put the bio out for that, I posted on the Facebook post that he made, and was like, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So
I see. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, so those are my pickups. Those are my stuff that I got.
I was just going to point out that Lady Virgo Cool has joined us, and good to have you here. We're just coming to the tail end of our pickups and have recapped our adventure.
I missed meeting Lady Virgo. My cousin got to meet her, but I zigged when she zagged, I guess. I was hoping I'd get to meet her, but I missed her. So
Yeah,
good
and I
to see you
don't
here tonight.
don't think I got any quality time either.
Duke, you got the same backboard. All right, so
Yeah.
we're gonna get ready and here in just a minute and wrap up. But I will say,
Oh, I
so
got more to
let
show. I
oh,
had to,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I was building up to my big finale.
Oh,
Okay.
oh shit.
No,
Never mind.
yeah. So there's your Bahama autographs from the Nom issue 1 and the ever important GI Joe 26. But really, the biggest amount that I spent was on ramen. So Darren, you're very familiar with this because you have the Musk. But Ace made the units, that the accessories for the Musk, available in a $50 package that I think are still available on the website, are they not? And I think they
I
are. I
think
didn't
they're
check
on
the
I think
website,
they're
but
on
I
there
think he
now.
he put them up. But what great little dio pieces you get! You get a phone booth with a like light inside and the phone that you can use for photography. Like how many phone booth scenes are there in sci-fi comic book stuff, right? And the signs. I know Dave printed you out signs, but I just went with Eastman and Maine. This is magnetized as I knock over sundown, right? Magnetized light with little battery, the same batteries a lot of our other stuff go on for. The mailbox with the working flap and then a fire hydrant and a base. I thought that was one of the best deals on the show. And then, of course, you also already have this, Darren, but I am treating this a year later like a brand new vehicle to my collection because it's still out there. But I'm finally going to get to do the phalanx review. And this is the ramen phalanx, not the gridiron phalanx. And yeah, treating this like it's brand new thing. A year later, still available. And what a fantastic pickup this was. Ace brought this all the way from Singapore for me to pick up. And I'm glad he did because I really enjoy that. But that's it. You can take me out with the camera now. I'm going to put it back.
How awesome is that blast effect though? I love that thing.
It's a bit of a headache to get it in right the first time, and then once you
Yes.
get it, you're like, oh, okay, I see. Yeah,
Yeah, it's connecting the base of it, popping it into the peg in the bottom of the launcher. It's
and then
it's frustrating, but once you get that thing on there, dude, it's freaking
yeah,
amazing.
it's
I
very
love
cool.
it. So
Yeah,
next time you're gonna have to get him to bring you the bridge layer.
we'll see. It's a light tank, and a light tank to me, the more I think about it, I'm like, I would never assign a bridge laying task to a light tank, but I get it for a toy. It looks cool. It could happen, but I'm dedicated to that Wolverine right now. He's already known to, as soon as it goes up for pre-order, he's to count me in, right? So
Yes, sir. So
yeah,
and I got my ramen hat. So obviously,
yes.
talked a lot about ramen tonight, but I asked Ace if he was going to bring some hats because I've been wanting a ramen hat, and I don't know if they ship from China, but I didn't want to pay shipping on a hat from China, so I was like, "You bring some hats." He said, "Yeah, I'll have some this time." So
Yeah,
finally got me a ramen hat. All right,
yeah.
I will go with this question for you, Crow. What thing did you least expect to happen that happened on this trip?
Clearly, my cancellations and lost luggage issues. I mean, I've had lost luggage before, but it seemed like that's just the perfect storm. So, I just had really bad travel luck. What about you? Same
Yeah.
question.
I'm gonna ask the chat if you guys guys that were there, if you want to answer that and put it in there, I'll highlight them.
Mhm.
What thing did you least expect to happen? For me, we just got through talking about it. It was Lenny and Corey actually just coming and sitting down in the lobby at like way after hours and just bullshitting with a group of a dozen of us. There are people in there they knew and people in there that they didn't hanging out in that
Mhm.
group. So it wasn't like, oh, these are the big promoters or the big YouTubers or the big shills or whatever. Like we know that a couple of those guys are, we know who they are. These other
Yeah.
guys are just people that are down there talking and hanging out with them. So I'm just gonna sit down and we just want to hang out. And that was like the last thing I would have expected to happen, is to get that kind of time hearing personal stuff from those guys, like
So
for as far as the industry and stuff.
I find that interesting to that it was unexpected to you guys because I mean I played it
What's up,
so
Stu?
aloof when I went. Hey Stu, when I went to bed early, you know, yes, I missed a 3 hour whatever to 4 a.m. talking to Corey and Lenny with all of you guys, but I'm just glad you guys had that opportunity because I did expect that of them. They seem like the type that would when it you know if they were to walk through the lobby, I don't think they would ignore all the people that were wanting to have a casual discussion with them. I think it was really good that they got right in front of it and sat their asses down and had those discussions. They seem like the type. You don't tell me Corey and Lenny don't seem like sociable types. Absolutely expected that.
Yeah, I mean, I expected them to talk and like maybe come down to the bar. Like I know Corey hangs out and talks because he's stayed up all night doing that in 24. So, and I knew that. Lenny I wasn't sure about. Like I knew they'd
Sure.
come, talk to people and maybe come down and have a drink or two, but no, they were like mingling. They sat with a group upstairs for a while and then come downstairs and hung out with us. So I was really thrilled at that. That was a good memory to talk to those guys.
Yeah, it's good you guys
Let's
got that. And I don't feel excluded because I got to talk to them later. You know, I just missed that opportunity. It wasn't like I didn't have opportunities
Yeah,
later, right? So yeah.
right. Yeah, I mean, so SES saying, yeah, Lenny and Corey holding court, taking every question and answering everything was impressive.
Mhm.
Steve says the amazing reception I got from everyone I come in contact with. Didn't have the first bad experience with anyone I crossed paths with. It was great. Um,
Yeah. And again, just to put the emphasis on that, if you guys ever meet Steve Martin at a convention, you know, you would be equally intimidated as you are amused by everything this man would do. It's all about context, right? Like, this guy is
yeah,
funny as hell, but I imagine if you'd piss him off, you would be very aware of that too. you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, I would not want to be on Steve's bad side, but I can.
No,
It's hard to imagine Steve having one, but
no, he's
it's probably
gentle.
locked up tight. But yeah,
Mhm.
gentle giant. So this was a pretty standard question. You probably guessed was coming. What's the best memory from Joe Fest this year?
Uh, God, it's you'd have to divide that in subcategories. As a group of friends, probably the moment I walked into that room and reunited with Darren for sure, Darren and Punk and the guys I had seen at Joe Fest the year prior, waiting 2 years to go hang out with them again, and then meeting all the new people. Like those memories are all kind of blurred into one big emotion, I guess. But for
Yeah,
channel and for the nerd side of me and the personal satisfaction of having accomplished something, meaningful, I would say it's a tie between the conversations between Larry, Steve, and Ace. Larry Hama, Steve
yeah,
Platt, and Ace. Those
yeah,
three key points were crucial. There,
yeah,
see how I
yeah,
give you like six answers to one
yeah.
question?
Well, that's all right because I'm gonna probably do the same thing with mine. So, and this comment right here from Adam, I can already tell Steve and I are gonna get along like a house fire. People better stay out of y'all's way because y'all are gonna bowl them over with laughter and partying. I can
Just
already
remember,
already know.
yeah, you just remember you're at a hotel. There'll be witnesses and bystanders. Whatever pranks you're pulling, we'll have
Yeah.
victims.
Yeah, I can't wait to just be witness to that. Like,
Yep. Of
that's
course,
gonna
I'll
be
testify. It was hilarious.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like while wearing gasoline drawers, Steve says. So, yeah, right. Lady Virgo said it was her time with the peeps at the frat house. It was epic AF.
Oh
I was
yeah,
in their Airbnb. Yeah, you were
the
over there.
frat house. Yeah, I wish I could have
And
spent more time at the frat house and seen more of that, hang out more. But yeah, I was missing something back at the convention, and the longer I was there, the boys had to get back to. But they had a really good
yeah,
Airbnb. A little bit
that's
tight for
good.
them, but it was nice.
That's good. So mine, talking to Lenny and Corey will always be, that's always going to be locked in there. And then getting to meet all the people like Steve and SCS and Lone Dragon, all the folks that are always hanging out in the chats. But no, dude, my best memory is seeing you when you
Yeah.
come around that corner. So I knew that's the way that was going to have to go. I'd have to win a lottery or something. To down there to top that, and just after everything you had to do to get there, like
Yeah.
everything you went through to get down there. So getting to hang out with my bud again in person, that was the best thing down there this weekend. So
Yeah, and it was nice because like I said, I was worried about disappointing myself and you and others, but especially you, like I said, because you had already had that rough year, and there was a point where we didn't know if you were going to make it, and I was like, the fuck. Darren's going to go through all of that, make it, and then I'm just going to give up trying. No, 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 no. Right. So I was really happy. Like I said, one of my best memories was just, I'll say it, bro hugging my bro. You know,
yeah, right.
yeah.
No, but I mean, it is hard to pick one thing out because there's so much awesome getting to see Punk and Ed again, and everybody that
Everybody.
we've Baldy who wasn't there last year. So just so many people there is just that's what I've wanted to highlight in like all of my talking about it, my video. That's why I did the thing with Ace completely separate from my videos because I wanted him to talk about all his products, but the rest of what I wanted to highlight was just look at all these awesome people down here. Like
Yeah,
we know the toys
absolutely.
are here.
Yeah.
We already knew that. So but it was a good time, man. I had fun. I'm sure though everybody's going to be talking about it. We may be on other shows, eventually talking about it. If we get asked to come on, uh, I'm sure we'll be recanting some stuff, and you might hear the same stories from another side of it. But,
For sure.
we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. We still got 46 of you guys hanging out, so hit
Oh
that
wow.
like on the way out if you don't mind. Leave some
Please.
comments. If you watch this on the replay on either channel or both, you can watch it on both. That'd be awesome. Do the thing, at the bottom. Crow, what do you got coming up over on the Crusty Old Crow channel? Doing any reviews?
Well, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, the Scarlet Ninja Bang Ninja Force 2-pack review is up on there. It's been up since about this afternoon. You guys can check that out to see me talk very bluntly about the ups and downs of that set. And of course, I'm going to review Sundown and Don Moreno here, and going to have to give my thoughts on the other stuff I bought. One of the things I did buy that you guys, I didn't mention it because it just was running out of time, but you're gonna see this pretty lady in the background a little bit. I know Punk's probably turned us off by now, so it's safe to talk about Pandora. I finally got myself a Pandora, got her at a really good price, and I'm pretty happy with this figure. I mean, she's not beautiful, she's gruff, and I like that about her. So might throw her in a couple of videos. I just don't think I'll do an actual review on her. I know you guys let me know in messages at some point if you want me to review it, but she's been out for a while. And of course, the Wolverine, not the Wolverine, the Phalanx review. I did tell Ace I was going to treat this like a brand new toy and throw my spin on it, and I'll do that. That's what I got on the go. What do you got coming up? Got any reviews coming?
Yeah, I might have some. I will say though, this wave, the Joes, I've still got Airtight, Sundown, Hydro Viper, and Overkill. He's open. I showed him last week with me and Pop. But I hadn't done reviews on any of those, and I will probably do the review type of review I don't love, where I just go ahead and open them. And the way a lot of people actually do it is just open them and play with them, mess with them, give my thoughts on them, quicker review. Because I'm want to get these guys out, so I'll do something with them, but it's not going to probably be my full 30-minute review, But that's first, is getting those guys out, and then Centurion and Skeletron Trooper. Those are going to be the ones. So I hope I can get all those up this weekend. I doubt it, but I'm going to try. And I will say, Lone Dragon saying, after y'all click like on this, mind giving my gym birthday karaoke video a like. So I did watch that. I did
Can I like it
watch
more than once? Yeah. Oh, one thing I
it.
forgot to mention. I'm going to have a guest on my channel coming up soon. It's the guy I've been buying my extreme diorama sets from, used here in Ottawa. He's also one of the largest GI Joe collectors, I think, in Canada. And Woody 222 follows him. I can't remember the name of his channel. I think it's the Toy Collector or something simple like that. I just know him by his first name and doing business with him. But I'm going back next Thursday, I think, to go pick up my last set from him. And he's agreed for me to do an interview with him and show you guys a Woody scale collection that looks very different. That was something I meant to mention earlier.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Lone Dragon saying, type in the keywords Samantha Newark birthday karaoke Joefest 2026 and you'll find it. He just sent me a link. So, and 610 says he's going to be contacting both of y'all down the road about coming on with Dave and I doing the Joefest Friends recap shows coming soon. So,
yep. That reminds me, Bobby Wald, if you're still here, buddy, I'm sorry, but a year was long enough. I gave up the goat. I finally told David T. Allen how to say your last name because he needed to know that your name is not Bobby World. You have too many good thoughts out there to be misquoting the name.
You let him in on the joke.
I did. I got rid of it. So there's no R in there.
His pronunciation was the joke, but you let him in on the joke. That's
so long enough. David's earned his chops in there. You guys we can stop pulling wolves on people's eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna get out of here. You guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you enjoyed our stories. I'm sure there's gonna be many more to come. There's stuff I'm sure we left out. We'll get to it. I'll be back next Wednesday with Pop Blender, where we will probably also talk a little bit about some Joefest so we can get it from his perspective, because Pop had quite a different experience at Joefest than I had for a lot of Joefest. Not all of it, but told you guys before, when we get there, we don't always hang out together. He goes one way and I go the other. So he's got a whole different kind of perspective on that. And he also should be putting out a quick interview he did with Lenny, like a quick rapid fire, not about toys kind of fun interview he did with Lenny. So look for that. Hopefully he can get that going. All right, everybody, as said here, Stu says, have a great weekend. Be safe. Next week, when you guys show up in the chats, I want everybody to have all of the amount of fingers that you have right now. I know not everybody has 10, so the amount that you have right now, show up with next week.
Chatman, you're good, but Canada, happy Canada Day. It's about over. I hope you guys have kept your digits. Fireworks are a hell of a thing, people.
That's right. Fireworks a hell of a drug. All right. And